It is time for Philo. So today, I still was describing it as bubbly, but today has been more of a pullback. You do have like 70% of the NASDAQ red. We just heard from Canada and Mr. Trump. He had a bar, bro. Oh, you should see the last question. It was great, but no real announcements. He talked about dairy. We got a couple of other things. I made my play from the Watchlist yesterday, and we had our first day of Locked In. They're probably tripping out. I was just talking to them, and then I just went straight into the intro. So welcome. It does feel like behind the scenes, but you could ask Mitch and anybody who's met me. I've been, y'all don't realize, it's just a matter of continuation. That's all. The mic was just on. It's the same all day, baby. We run it. That's why it's so glorious. We got a lot, baby. We got a lot in store. So I hope, are we live? Did this video actually go live? I don't even know if they could hear me. That's what fucked up in the beginning. I hope it's live. Oh, glorious. Oh, yes, there it is. Perfect. So Locked In is the new membership that I created after Friday, which has pretty much a chat for traders. That's it. Everybody else, long-term, anything else, you chill here. But if you want real-time news and you don't want the delay and you want me to you want to prompt me for trades, that'll help you there. So like, again, I said it there too. I talked about it on the watch list. I think there's opportunity. I want you guys to get it, but I want you to be safe. And then at the same time, it's like, I think there is a level of focus, and some people are already there, and some people have different goals. So I want to keep it clear, separated. I said I'm down to try this for a month. We kind of stumbled into this, but it's been good so far. So I'd like to see it, but then again, I think everybody is going to be tested. You know that, right? All of you, every single one of you, non-member, member, every single one of you is going to get tested. Imagine a couple weeks ago, I'm telling you about this bubble. You feel it. You see it. They're talking about it on the TV, man. This is going to be emotions. I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying I want to help, and I'm going to be able to help by helping you guys manage it. That's what it is. I don't think you guys need any skill. I don't think you need anything. So again, you guys just want the time. Think about that. Time is what you're willing to pay for. That's very important, but everything is within you. The only thing that's going to fuck you up during this bubble is going to be what? Emotions. You get it? You know the answers. You know how to think critically. All of you. Like I told you yesterday, everybody in America is very, very smart. Believe me. You haven't noticed? Go. Have Donald Trump say something. If they don't like him, they'll research it all. They'll figure it out. They'll use critical analysis. You don't like it, you'll figure it out. You'll use your brain. You like it, you shut up and shut it off. That's not good. But do you see what I'm saying? This bubble, everything going on, up, down, whether it ends tomorrow, ends in a month, it doesn't matter. Like I'm saying, I want you guys to have the best opportunities in the world. I don't know how it's going to play out and how you use your emotions. That's what's going to determine the real result. But you will get an opportunity, and you will be there early. So like I'm saying, though, it's the emotions. Staying alive, understand my success. And I don't know if you have noticed, one of the big things is I've stayed alive for a really long time. That's why you guys still hear me. That's why you see me. That's why I've been on the market. I've called myself the cockroach of Wall Street. You cannot kill me. I hope all of you do the same. So that's what I'm telling you. Be emotionally wise at these moments. Do not let them fuck you up, and stay in the game for the long run. That means both your long-term and even trading. I need you to think ahead for some of these moves. You get what I'm saying? You need to have ammo. You need to have reserves. I want you to be thinking strategically. Go for the easy ones. Let it come to you. And again, it's emotions. That's all this is. Do you understand me? There's nothing else. You think this is a moment of testing who knows what? You think this is about who does this or that, my brother? No. This is the test of emotions when it all goes crazy. That's where we're going to find out who study. That's how we fight. You get what I'm saying? That's where you're going to find out, make it or break it, emotions. Oh, I'm excited. Do you hear it? And I want to help. And I've seen y'all do great, but oh man, it's going to be exciting. So that's just, I haven't even sent out a Philo alert, dog. That's just the little intro to the intro, I guess. So let me go get ready and let's have a good time, baby. Let's get some Philo starting in 3. Yo, have y'all heard of Canagra? I don't know if you've heard this, but it's on the high. Alright. Okay. No, yeah, Conagra is so cool. I just heard about it right now. That's so fascinating. Balance of power. Ah, fuck them. They hate you. The Lord loves you. Jesus. Praise God. Amen. It's a cult, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared. Big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished. Made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours. It's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god. Then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib. But for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want death to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear, oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen.
All right, Charlie Pellet, many thanks, Charlie. On this day 7 of the government shutdown, we'll have more on Wall Street and what appears to be a sagging session, at least so far, when we connect with Charlie about 20 minutes from now. We do this every day here on Balance of Power, on Bloomberg TV and radio, on YouTube as well. Search Bloomberg Business News Live if you want to catch us here in the studio. With no path to freedom here, at least in terms of government funding. We're going to talk about this with Tyler Kendall in a moment, having heard from the speaker earlier today. Mike Johnson is still in town. In fact, a lot of lawmakers are.
We're just not paying hundreds of congressmen. You know, it's them. It's sad. We make the American people pay. After 10 days, the military don't get the money. I know some of you already are not getting it, but like the 10-day mark, it really hits the military people. And then 10 days... And then 10 to like 14 days, you'll start spreading into the other one. I know, Dow. That's what I was trying to I see, again, it's good when it works. So just understand, though, it's not always going to play like that. You know, I've had one where I've went the wrong way, where I've done a call, and then the catalyst ends up being negative. But do you see where I'm saying? That's how I made money off volatility, you know, in its own little way. Because now because even then, if a headline comes in, that's where the volatility hits. But do you see how you're literally already up 80%? You could already make it free before even a headline comes in. So, yeah, I know. TLT, the bond auction, though, that bond auction, what was it? It was slightly lower on the 3-year. But then again, that could imply another cut coming very soon, in a couple weeks, actually. Make no mistake. But that being said... Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, how you living, man? Are you ready for a Philo? I love Philo. I love life, man, and I love this time frame we live in, my friends. You know why? I don't even love life. I love God. I do. But I love God because God is in life. And without, oh man, don't even get me started. But point is, rejoice, brother. I don't know how many times I could remind you. And your mindset is going to be critical. If it's not good now, it's going to get good. Shit don't stay forever. And guess what? Shit's going good. You like that intel? Guess what? It's not going to stay forever. Be wise. Okay? Rejoice. Rejoice. But I do have a calling for you today as part of your intro. And then I'm going to get into some good stuff. It's very important. But I'm going to go back to the prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Again, you're part of something, bro. Our Father, your creator, my brother, you came from somewhere. Humor me. Maybe you didn't. But if you did, tell me what that implies. You got sent here. That means you didn't get sent here for no reason. Do you understand? Oh, but now this is the part. You know, we even talked the hallowed be thy name. We've gone little by little. But thy kingdom come. That one's important. This is what I've been saying. I think even Uncle said it in that song. He said they want the will, bro. They want death to bring the will. My brother, I want the will of God. Do you understand? And guess what? I would rather have it now because you can. Do you understand that? Oh, that's beautiful. He said, pray like this, and then he tells you to call on the kingdom. Thy kingdom come. He says, call on the kingdom right now. You don't think that's weird? Not when you die, not later. We've talked about this. And my brothers, can I remind you of something? What did I tell you a couple weeks ago? I told you right after the farm, after the meetup, actually. Planet Labs teasing an announcement. Tomorrow's news will be a game changer. Oh, right now. I said after the meetup. I reminded you guys something. I said, listen, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. If you have the light, oh yeah, Sandman knows exactly. Use it. It's exactly what I was telling you. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't. Don't overthink it, my brother. If you are motivated right now, if you are excited, if you feel something, you need to use it while you have it, because it will not remain. That's why I'm saying the people in a position right now you may not enjoy, you could genuinely rejoice, because things are gonna change, and that's why I'm saying you need to use what you have while you have it. And I hope that if you don't have the light now, you need to look for it. You look ahead. You need to be ready for that turn so that when the turn is right in front of you, you're not so sick with yourself. You're like, oh, nothing ever gonna happen. Nothing ever going. No. But again, he says call on it right now. This is what I'm talking about. You know that? You think I'm here? I'm not throwing a book at you or anything. Oh, you follow these steps. You know, even the long term is going to give you something in 10 years, brother. That's 10 years, 20 years. You know that? You know how much I love the long term and I care about the future, but at the same time, I am so impatient. Thank God he said, bring the kingdom now. Because that's real. Thy kingdom come. Do you know what that means, brother? That means right now. You are agreeing every time. If you really say that and believe that in your prayer, you are agreeing to bring the kingdom through you. Do you understand? Does you understand? Because you know what? The kingdom is also inside of you. As the Lord. That's literally what Jesus said. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. That is an agreement. You are agreeing, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven right now. What does that mean? Like I just told you, Heaven is not only where you're going, brother. Did you know that? Woo! Oh! My brother, heaven is not it's not just a place that you are going. It is also what you bring. Oh, y'all don't feel me, bro. Chad. I could go home. I could go home right now, bro, and just call it a day. Do you get that? My brother, heaven is not just where you're going. You are also bringing it. Bring the heaven, baby. Thy kingdom come. That is what you are agreeing to. You want his will done on earth as it is in heaven? Bring the will. Bring the kingdom. Let his will be done. I agree. I speak in, again, your assignment. You've been sent here. So yeah, let his will be done on earth that is as it is in heaven. I hope all of you, like I told you, you are a child of the light. That doesn't mean you sit there. What does that mean? That means the light will shine through you in everything you do. I was telling y'all the other day, listen, you may think I'm insane. You may think I'm a little loony and this is a little bit, but try this. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what you're doing. Today, tomorrow, I want you to act in your mind and tell me and think in a way as if God sent you to that task, as if there was a bigger purpose there. And just tell me how your mind is in your behavior. I said it to the guy. I don't know how many of you were here. Well, it was towards the end of the day. And I was like, bro, even my sister, and all you healers, you caretakers, all you caretakers, anybody, that's why y'all ain't never taken care of anybody. You're not going to understand this to a certain degree. The people who watch people die, the people who watch the struggle, watch some of the worst things of humanity. Literally, taking care of somebody. What do you think happens when it doesn't go well? What do you think they witness? It's very discouraging. That'll weigh on you, bro. Again, even finance, it's nothing close except for, again, once you know what happens to the money, where it goes. Imagine all this stuff I'm sharing with you. I know the options are power. I know all the power of the market. I also know it could destroy, and I care about that. I do. But again, some of you have to come to terms with it. So think about all this. But this is what I was telling my sister. I'm like, I hope she could see it one day. Because she gets discouraged watching all of the death, the sickness, how evil the world is, how evil we treat each other in the name of this, politics, money, you name it, right? But I was like, I hope she sees it one day. And I hope for all of you, man, especially all my caretakers. I was like, you think it's bad and you don't see the purpose? But I'm like, man, God created you as a healer. If you went to work or you went wherever you're going the next day, if your job is to heal, brother, I want you to act as if you are a heaven-sent healer to go heal people. Now walk into that hospital, and yes, you will see evil. You will see a lot of things, a lot of sadness, but what are you there for? And who sent you? Again, you can make this real. You could do it as a thought experiment, but I'm just telling you, this mindset is a game changer. And I think this is part of it. Thy kingdom come. Let heaven work through you. Let the light work through you. I think some of y'all are called to live through it. You don't get why I'm disappointed in certain things? Because I believe what a lot of very well-educated and well-mannered people have said before me. This idea that you believe in God, brother, you don't have to tell everybody. It should show up in the work that you do. You work as an economist, go be godly. It should show up in what you create. You want to go be this, you want to go be a floor guy, it should show up in what you create. How you treat people, everything. You see what I'm saying? You don't ever have to even say it. It should show up. The part that got sad and disappointing is that we've done that and we've tried, but then what have people done? They rip it in a way. Where we've done the way you work quietly, let it show, and then what people did take the good stuff, and then they've turned it into this thing where it's now blinding at all of the good, or all of the world. They're not even pointing people towards the good in life. That's what I'm saying, bro. I think the finance world is super dark. You guys know that? That's why God bless God, bro. I'm so grateful for everything, but like, dude, it's a dark world out there. That's what I'm saying. You don't think it's funny? All the times I've called out like Bloomberg and now I'm like, dude, it's real. I'm like, you guys don't like robbing people? And I know they're not like going and stealing and, you know, they're not going into their house and pickpocketing them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on. And it's like, this has a real impact. And what happens then? Those people are struggling, going through stuff. Certain people do that. Again, the pumpers, pump into the pumpers. Y'all don't get, why is there so many pumpers right now? You don't get it? Let's be real. Is pumping popular? No, it's not. Foolish. I think my life is way more enviable than being a pumper. Let's be real. And I say that with all humbleness. God bless God for everything and wisdom. That's what I'm saying. You know, what do you mean? You want to go around pumping stocks, doing all of this, and you think that's better than having the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. No one telling you what are you saying? You could get anything, material, non-material. I'm not relying on nobody. And you want to tell me you want to go and play this game? Why do they do that? I'm gonna tell you why. And it's no condemnation to anybody. I just need you to understand. I know this, and I need you to know this. Let's fix it. Bro, you have so many pumpers right now because they all got scammed. Y'all don't get it. This ain't a game. What happens? You're a well-mannered young man, woman, you're excited, you want to get into stocks, you encounter these scoundrels, the Phoenicians, and what do? You eventually make a little money, and then they tell you, like, oh, and then somebody pumped on them. Where do you think they learned this? It's just like Trump. You guys don't get it. Think about it. They started out wide-eyed and excited. Somebody did a pump and dump on them, right? Say, hey, come to this Discord. Come here. Let's talk about it. Yeah, here, I'll show you this. Guy shows him, fucks him over, and then they're still hanging around. And then what do you think happens next? There's going to be another bright idea coming. They already just got scammed. How do you think they're going to make their money back? They're going to do the same exact thing. You know why? Because they fell for it. Ta-da! You don't get it? That's what I'm saying. It's not popular. It's just, this is what we created. This is what's going to keep getting created until it kind of runs out. But then again, that could go on for a long time. But you don't have to act surprised. And like I'm saying, like real effects. It's just kind of dark. It's hurt. There's a lot of things. So I hope you are a child of the light. And that's what I'm saying. That means, though, it should show up everywhere. And you bring the heaven. Like, literally, let his will be done. Thy kingdom come. It will, through you. And I hope all of you do that. And that's why I'm saying, man, you work and live in the light to the highest. Oh, my brother, I don't think you're going to regret it. All right? And I don't know, man, rejoice. This is, it's a part of a more fati, but I'll just throw this in. It's a more fati, but it's not. But it is understanding, bro, and like worship and rejoice. Use your mind, bro. It creates good things. And when you get that mind pumping, bro, it's awesome. That's what I'm saying. Even the brain, music. Well, I'll tell you something about worship, bro. It's understanding a very simple thing. This is why I just told you in the beginning. I was like, man, I love life, but it's not life. I love God. Again, amor fati, control what you can control. Love fate. But my brother, worship and true, this is why I praise the Lord, because I understand everything I'm doing, bro, and everything I use ain't mine. I hope you do too. I hope you get it. That's worship, bro. That's why I praise God. You know that? For real. I don't know why I got born how I did, whether it was good or bad. I don't know why we survived. All these different things, bro, why we're here in 2025. Again, imagine the people who have helped motivate and fuel us, and then the people who have done the same, but even in a negative manner. So yeah, I don't lose sight of this, and that's something to worship on. And it's not, that's why I imagine the light, bro, the kingdom, how it all works together. It's not all you, and that's a beautiful thing. So God bless you, and God bless America. And that's just the first part, baby. That is just your intro. So now, are you ready? Are you ready for what we got to talk about today? it's pretty much going to continue off of some of what we were saying yesterday, man. And the focus, the responsibility. Again, I hope you continuously point inside. Again, for the kingdom in heaven, man, is within you. But at the same time, too, man, like genuinely, don't get scared by this. Don't feel weird about this. Don't feel emotional about this. Everything does rely on you. The moment you fucking kick it, bro, and you're just like, I'm doing, that's it. Success or failure relies on me. The moment you say that, brother, it's a good thing. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's going to be good. I have no other way to explain it other than that. I don't know what exactly is going to happen from there in your life, but I do know that level of responsibility is going to lead you in the right direction. And that level of responsibility, having responsibility, not waiting for anybody, that is going to move you and get you moving, which I hope by the end of today, you don't underestimate how important it really is. Keep moving. So, and this is part of it. It's going to lead to the movement, but I guess the first part that we got to talk about is failure. But I'm not worried about failure. I don't think you should be either. But I do think you should look at your relationship with it. And I think some of you need to rewire your brain in terms of your relationship with failure. Because I don't really think that I don't think you're confused. I don't think you're lacking anything. I imagine all the things I've said recently, right? And I'm like, you have this, you have that. I think it's all within you, right? But it's like, how come it doesn't come out like that? How come you don't feel that way? ASTS. So, makes sense. But I want you to know those are not the cause. Those are consequences. And here, I'll just make this very simple for you. Action creates clarity. Do you understand? Action creates clarity. So if you don't have clarity, you would say you're confused. My brother, I don't think you're confused about certain things, a lot of things. You know why? I actually think you are more scared of failure than you are confused. And this is what I'm saying. You need to rewire your brain right now. You know why? I need you all. Let's say you're going to have fear regardless. I don't think you should have fear. But I'll tell you this. Very simple. This is the rewiring you need to do. I need you to start fearing inaction. Do not fear failure. Do you understand what I'm saying? And now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is how you're going to fuck this up. Because I'm going to tell you that, and you're going to go make a bunch of bad decisions afterwards. Don't do that. That's why Paul says it in the Bible when he's like, I'm free, and I'm free in the spirit, and I could do whatever, I could eat whatever. But he says that's not a license to do whatever you want. Right? Just because if God's power is shown in my sin, that does not mean to go and sin. Even if it highlights the power. Do you get what I'm telling you? So just because you're like, wow, Josh, yeah, you know what? I fear inaction. Let me go take every penny stock I see. No, you're an idiot. That's not what that's not what we said. I'm talking the shit that matters, brother. I'm talking real life, your real future, the real decisive things. The good investments. But this is the rewiring you must complete. You should be more afraid of inaction than failure. Because I'm telling you, most people are afraid of the failure, and then what happens? They don't end up acting. And then they're like, wow, I'm confused. And then they think they're lacking clarity or lacking these, but no, it started with fear. And listen, I know it's hard to get rid of the fear overnight, but I'm just going to tell you, you're just rewire it, move it. The fear is running around in your head. You need to move it to the right area. You should be more afraid of inaction rather than failing. Because if you take action, action comes with clarity. You don't get it? You want to know how I know? I go make a decision right now and I move in it. I will quickly find out if I'm right or wrong. I may not like the result. I may like the result, but guess what? That came with clarity. Guess you guys if you see somebody that you want to talk to, you walk by a girl, a guy, and you're like, I'm in love with them. Oh my gosh, go talk to them. You know why? What are you scared of? Go up to a girl, say, can I have your phone number? That's action. You will either get a phone number or not. That just brought clarity. Again, I ask you a question, I don't have to beat around the bush. You know why? Because I could just say it. Smuckers, 1.6. It's value, a couple weird volume ones. I'd keep that one on watch. I haven't looked at chain. Widespread. Oh, and they're $5 apart. Be careful. I hope you get what I'm saying. My brothers, I hope you move. Again, action creates clarity. That's what I want you to focus on. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? My brother, your whole life will change if you truly live in this. Not like a hypocrite. Not like, oh yeah, I wrote this down, I understand it. I just genuinely mean you live this as a philosophy. Truly. If you could really understand this and remind yourself that every time you take action, it's providing clarity. You may not like the result, again, but it does bring a level of clarity. You live in that, my brother, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think you'll live a lot more clear. You see what I'm saying? I think you'll have a lot. I don't know if you're gonna end up in heaven or hell. I don't know if you're gonna end up on the top of the hill or in the gutter, but I do think wherever you end up, you will get there with clarity. And there you go. And this is the other thing. I'll tell you, and I don't think, again, let's rewire the brain a little bit more. I hope you're down. Because let's talk about proof. Show me the evidence. Give me the evidence, my brother. This is going to trip you guys out. What if I told you that proof comes after belief? Yes. What do you mean? So if you believe it, then you'll give me proof? That's some ass backward shit, Josh. I know. Time to rewire your brain. Proof before belief doesn't work, brother. I'll believe it when I see it. Versus the man who says, this is going to happen because I believe it. You will move the world, brother. Do you not understand? And this is where belief comes in very critically. Planet Labs, you remember you guys had that call out, that tweet, it ripped. I believe it when I see it, my brother. You're going to be waiting your whole life for nothing. Verse, give me the man who said, you know what? I think it's going to happen. I believe. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that man's going to create something. This is just life. This is how it works. Those of you who will get this, you got to rewire your brain. Proof comes after belief. So like I'm saying, if action creates clarity, you're not confused. Think about it. You're probably just scared of the result. You should fear inaction. Again, I'm telling you, belief should be coming first. If you're like, wow, this stuff, it's good stuff. Yeah, let me put it this way. Did you believe in the long term when you made your first deposit? Or did you have proof of it on deposit 2, or do you have your proof today? I rest my case. My brother, your whole entire long-term proof came after your belief. For those of you who did it 5 years ago. Look. What do you mean, bro? I was putting in $200 a month, $300 a month. What the fuck was there to look at? You see what I'm saying? What are you talking about? You lived it right in front of you. You either did it or not, religious or not, man or woman, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Just quite simply, all of the proof of it came after your belief. In the most ass backwards way, like I told you. But this is, my brother, this works for everything. And whatever you want, you have to do the same thing. That means you must prioritize belief first. I need you to prioritize action over fear, and you should be prioritizing belief over proof. Now, does that mean proof is unimportant? No. I'm telling you the order and the priority. Proof is always good, but your belief is always going to get you way more or shape everything bigger than any proof will be. That's why you could prove people wrong nowadays and it doesn't matter. You know why? They have a bigger and stronger belief. Am I wrong? I don't think so. So belief comes before proof. Proof is still important, but you're going to move off of belief, and that's going to shape the story. And like I'm telling you, the man who just says, I'll believe it when I see it, nothing's going to happen. You're right. Because you don't believe anything. So technically, you are seeing exactly what you believe. But the man, you will move the world, Chad. You will move the world. No exaggeration. You don't get it by now? Like I'm telling you, proof and all these things is priority. Rewire your brain. Take movement. And I'm telling you, bro, always action, because you get the clarity. That clarity is important. Imagine how far the clarity this year has taken us. Action. But you don't get it? You don't think that the people who have endured, the people who get this move, myself, do you think I never had doubts? Do you think those who are actually able to endure, do you think doubt doesn't exist? It does exist, brother. It's very simple. All of you have doubt. All of you have things working against you. We're not denying that, actually. We're acknowledging it. You should too. You should just refuse to let it win. That's all. I have doubt. I refuse to let that win. You don't think I doubt the plays? You don't think I doubt info? Every long term, I must doubt it. You don't think during the beginning of this year, even if I was confident about the economy, you don't think I had doubt? Come on. I did. I didn't. The idea here with everything, we're not pretending like challenges don't exist. It's the opposite. Like I'm saying, rewire, prioritize. We know the challenges. I want to know them more, actually. It's knowing they exist and still moving forward, brother. Do you get it? That's the goal. Opera? Is this the browser? What do we got? Yeah, that just tweaked out a little bit. Yes. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. This one's big. This one is big, bro. You don't get it? Why is my sister's calling me right now? Hold on. Why? Hey, yo, I'm live talking about Jesus. Hold on. Okay, you're live. I'm talking about Jesus. I don't want you to turn to salt.
Yo! That's Jesus. He's here to please us.
Okay. So how can I help you?
Nothing. I just see how my umbrella's.
Oh, okay. I'll call you after. I thought you were gonna be like, I need to move to Gaza, sell my lantern right away. So I didn't. We gotta.
I forgot about that.
I know.
ADHD, bro.
Oh, that's good. You made them sad. They were getting sad. They were like, we lost her. Dude, your account is iconic. What are you talking about? And then you're like, you know what? Let's not motivate. Let's not make a good decision. I told them this.
But does Jesus want there to be a genocide? He does not want innocent people to die. Let's all agree on that.
Oh, my brother, I think God, we cannot understand his ways, and I think humans, all of them, like to misinterpret them. You know, everybody's been, I have been against the murder since day one. And I wish a lot of people did. But anyways, point is, you don't have anything important right now? You're not selling? You're not doing anything?
Wow, I thought that I was important.
Oh, no, not yet. It's okay. But you do, I had something to tell you, but I blanked. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I gotta go. Bye. Wow. See, I already saw where that conversation was going. I had to exit. I had something to tell her, but I was like, nah, Philo's more important. So, that is a good example too. Focus. So, and this is where I'm saying, man, this is the whole thing I've been telling all of you. It's not even like that deep. And like the belief and the challenges exist, my friends. They really, really do. But you choose to move forward. This does not mean you are blind. This means you are focused. Again, I think you just heard it. Doesn't matter if we're talking about the future, being a leader. That's why that conversation right there, I wanted to get back to Philo. My sister focuses on the bad. How many of you do too? Again, how many of you right now are focused more on your challenge and what is holding you back or what is stopping you in the world more than anything else? Is it because, like, what is it for real? Think about it. Trump eyes $12 billion in clean energy project. That's it, bro. You're focused. It's focus or not. So this is why again, the chat goes crazy. You're getting everything going nuts. Is it that? Are you mad at people? No, I'm focused. You ignore something, focus. You choose what to focus on. Telling you, man. Imagine Trump talking. Whatever you type in the chat, brother, focus. You guys know what you all did today? He would say something, and if he mentioned your area, he'd be like, well, I live here, that's this. Focus. Like I'm telling you, no one's asking you to be blind, but you need to choose what you focus on. And if you always focus on the challenges, you probably just won't have time to focus on the solution. And that's what I'm saying with the doubts, belief, all of this. Proof. Again, proof comes after belief. So then you're going to have these doubts. You have to either choose to pull back or not. Which one are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the lack of evidence that exists now and then not move? Or are you going to say, yeah, you know what? Maybe this isn't there. Maybe that's not there. But now tell me what the focus is. And again, I hope it aligns with you. Aligns with what you were sent here for. But this is the good part, man. You know, this is the thing that I really want you to, and I don't know if you're getting all of this. It's as simple. It's a cycle. That's why dude, today's Philo. It's up to you. I'm telling you, though. I even think it doesn't matter. It's all on you guys. You need to break the negative cycle, and you need to get on this cycle that I am going to tell you. That's what I'm saying. You want to have a good cycle? You want to be in the super cycle? Here it is. Confidence grows from progress. Progress grows from belief. Belief grows through action. This is all a cycle that will strengthen your belief, negative or positive. Oh, y'all don't get it. Do you feel me? My brother, you don't tell me I'm wrong. Anything you've progressed at, how many of you have hit these option trades recently and have a lot more confidence? How many of you look at your long term now after 5 years? I think you're going to have way more confidence on the next dip. You know why? You had progress. Doesn't matter right, wrong. That's why, again, even if it's foolish, that's why people have foolish confidence, because they're like, oh my gosh, this was progress. If they valued it or viewed it as progress, boom, now you have confidence. So you get progress, that's going to grow your belief. The more you progress in something, the more you're going to believe in it. Why do you think people get radicalized on either direction? So think about that. And then where's the belief? Where do you grow the belief though? You make progress, that's going to strengthen the belief. But where did the belief come from? How do I get belief in my life? Action. You don't get it? Because if you never moved, you never believe. If you never, again, this is all in Romans. This is once again. But think about it. You need action to start the belief. What did I tell you? Belief comes before proof. Does that make sense now? Even more so? And then this is all a cycle that will just continue to strengthen belief. Because then you acted. And then you progress and get more confident. And then you keep believing. And then you go over and over and over until you do it negatively. Or you may be already doing this negatively. You don't see it? Some of you, if you have progressed in a certain area, some of you have progressed in the stagnation. Again, the lack of inaction has solidified your belief that nothing will change, that nothing could ever occur. You see? And then your lack of progress is progressing your further idea that nothing will change. And you're like, yeah, there you go. I'm way more confident that nothing will ever change. And there you go. But it's a cycle that is either going to work for you or work against you. You must decide. Or better yet, you must take action. Confidence grows from progress. Progress grows from belief. Belief grows through action, and that is your cycle to always strengthen it. And whatever you're taking action on and believing, that's going to keep strengthening your belief in. And that's it, bro. I'm telling you. All of this. Rewiring. Rewire your brain. We're not saying any of these things are bad, bro. Not really. No. Again, failure, no. We're all going to fail. You got to have a good relationship with failure. But I'm saying I'd be more worried about not moving than fucking up. All of you. Especially if you're young. This is the part I don't like about all these fucking idiots telling you assets, you're young, trying to get you to gamble, because they're not telling you the right way. They're telling you the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? They're telling you to blow your opportunity, just exactly how I shared with you, where I said, man, I'm going to tell you this and you're going to misinterpret it. No, I'm saying, young guys, what the fuck are you doing walking around scared of action? That's what it means. You're young. You could take risks. That doesn't mean take all your money and blow it now on something that you didn't use your mind on and that you just followed from some fucking person. Did not even use that little brain of yours, that big brain, a big potential. You kidding me? That's not what it meant by young guys take risk. It means your mind, and then apply that with the money, brother. I want you to take risk. I want you to do it the right way, not like these jackasses. And this is where I'm saying you should be more afraid of inaction, especially if you're young, especially if you could absorb it, right? They're telling you oh no, you could do it because money, work. No. I'm saying inaction in youth. You have nothing to be worried about in that sense in your brain and how you think about it. That's going to be the decider. That's going to separate some of you from a very young age and will let you do very, very well. And again, and it makes sense. And that's how you're going to even get a foundation and belief and strengthen it. Because you didn't fear failure. So you acted. Because that's the only thing that could happen if you make action. It goes wrong. It goes opposite. But guess what comes with that? Clarity. So it's beautiful. We all have, all of this stuff. Proof is good. But if you have all the proof in the world and no belief, brother, you failed miserably. Because what good is it? And the funny part is, all you could have is belief in this world. And little by little, all the proof will just line up, huh? So we know this stuff's, it's all about priority. Your brain. What are you putting first, and getting into this positive cycle of strengthening belief, which therefore strengthens your actions and confidence and progress and keeps it. So amen. But yeah, so Chad, be wise. And I think you're going to be wise by fearing inaction. Don't you dare get caught doing nothing and living in no clarity. And you know that? You don't have to. And any of you right now, whatever you have zero clarity on, what must you do? Do you know the answer? Life is giving you confusion. What must you do right now? Oh, let's see. Yeah, there you go, baby. Action. Take action. Move in something. Move, brother. Move. You get what I'm saying? What is it? What are you scared of? Move in it a little bit. You know why? Because it's going to either kill you or it won't. The lion gonna eat me or he's gonna turn his ass around, brother. Do you understand? That's how it works. I will at least get clarity. My brother, if the Lord wants to take me, he will. I'm fine. At least I know he wanted me. And if not, at least I know he don't. Walk, go, take action. That's what you should be doing. Again, find the little areas big, but take action. Move so you could get clarity. Let that clarity get you more belief and progress and confidence and get this ball rolling. Or you could do nothing. You could do nothing, and at the same time, you are still actually following all of my instructions. You're just doing it in a different direction. So whatever you decide, I wish you well. But take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hot chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Get locked in. You locked in? I don't know. I don't know if we could add that to the slow. I don't know if we'll make it past the month. We'll see what you guys end up doing. Only at the band too, so not bad. But already day one, two $50 bands. That's crazy. But here's my uncle.
I told you it was a cold. Well, you know, praise God, nephew. First and foremost, all the time. Whip dirty hair mess, I do not care. Told them all the truth, they respond like it's not there. Still I do not care, I don't think they see it. Looking for the money, they looking for disagreement. Hit by hit, it's brick by brick. They should've made a move, but they rather move their lips. I just need 4 quarters, it don't have to make sense. Yeah, I wake up every morning like I still pay the rent. That's early. Get your cake up, don't playing weight up. Gotta hit the layups. If you really about the mission, you don't even gotta say it. You can talk it or you live it, only one of them is paying. I respect the OnlyFans, hold more than the hater. It's how you got time to talk shit but no paper. Bro, you not hard, you got trouble trying to wake up. Bunch of wicked servants always telling you to save it. Grateful ass hoes say it's better if you waste it. Everybody's cooking, but success is always tasted. Why you keep on looking if you tell me that you hate it? Why you keep on looking, I'ma go and fucking take it. Now you know exactly why I would call them cucks. I just made another stocker and I made $1 million. You don't gotta give me shot, I just bought myself a truck and another career, so I put my fingers up. Want your money, they will lie for that shit. We want the truth, we will die for that bitch. You ain't ride, you ain't buy on the dip, so don't ask me if it's time right after I doubled it. A fake bitch never got along with me. Can long form, not authentically. Can't top, bro, it's time to get busy. Bottom tick, top tick, so quick they get dizzy. You tell a bitch I know a bit about a slow jam, but you ain't in the whip. Why you telling me to slow down? Worry about your shit, I'll do the same. Can I go now? I'm just playing, don't ask permission from these hoes now. Go and tell the whole town, not afraid to throw down. Brought God to the showdown, he told me to bring no round. So if you kill me or I kill you, that just means it's his plan. I am scared of myself, I'm not scared of a stand. it's my life. Grateful it's original. You a bitch, I don't have to use subliminals. They tell me sorry, but also knew I forgive them though. Reminds me of the times when I knew I was spiritual. Too afraid to say that I believe in Christ. I knew I found a treasure, but was scared to lose my life. Ironically, I do that every single time I'm right. They warned and we ignore until we feel it, that's life. Lie always make you think twice. Buyer call it worthless, then he brag about the price. Born named certain, found a thing called the dice. He could do anything, even catch a knife. He came up with the plan, it'll work, he'll do it right. His diligence was due when his stops were all tight. The plan was all perfect, success was in sight. He was ready for the day, but he died that night. Damn. You get it, nephew? The moment you certain is the moment you die. Always doubt your reference.
Thorn in my side, this flesh. That when you grow in maturity, when you grow with God, you start to hate the flesh because you feel like, man, this thing, it frustrates me all the time. Like, dang it, you thought about that again? Dang it, you doing that again? Dang it, you talking like that again?
Yeah.
Like, when will you grow out of this?
It's a cult, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen up. I won't say this shit again. You don't really love yourself. The flesh ain't your friend. I done seen the best band, best friends turn pretend. A little wind could change the trend. A little air could mean the end. I ain't doing shrooms. Life already tripped me out. Thinking about the little things and how it made me different now. Little bit of scripture bring me problems and they brought me out. Fearing about the future, only time you fear of missing out. Past think the present, but we say that it's a gift. That's ironic, that's like calling for murder to bring the peace. I heard that you don't agree. You heard it but didn't see. You learned it but wasn't free. The news a monopoly. Apart from these parting seas, my partner, please don't pardon me. I'm on the love for all my bras. I fucking love you, kill them all. Save a 10 of every dollar. Think the future, not tomorrow. What you do, not who you are, but how you move set you apart. Demons keep on knocking, but like Powell, I'm gonna close the door. People keep on talking, I just really wish they listen more. Born alone, die alone, don't care if you don't like me, bro. Enough for being core, I know you know there's more than just the world. Love what I create, so it don't matter if you hate. You can learn a lot in life, but you'll never know the day. Karma or a judgment, either way we meet in fate. And they say revenge is sweet, but at least we eatin' steak. Lord bless to me, no I ain't been meek enough. Sometimes I ain't been speaking up. My eyes would lie when seeking them. I died 100 times, but I'm alive is why I'm preaching them. I know it's by design, but I can't lie, I feel I'm free to love. Forgive me if I overshit, but why the hell you over here? I move my people over there. Been around the world and I seen lots, but I ain't seen it fair. The ones that's always listening, the same ones saying they don't care. Nah.
Just close the door. Close the door.
Some people don't even have dreams, you know what I'm saying? But if you blessed enough to have a dream, chase
That's line, answers in my last name, they really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed, maybe just the landscape. Did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm out with your new face, a snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back.
Dog, yo, so anyone long term, anyone who's been to the farm, bro, you know that like low hanging chandelier? It's still shaking. I ran into it right now. Oh, dude, I just clocked myself in the dome. You know that? I like bit my tongue, dude. I felt like I just got punched in the face. Dude, I was coming back from the bathroom. I was like, let me go bathroom real quick, bro. And then I'm like looking at my phone and I'm walking, dude, and I just straight into the chandelier. It's still shaking. You know how fucking big my brain is, too? That's a lot of inertia. I don't know what Nito is, bro. Yeah, what's Nito? Was spy sparked drug discovery resistant cancer. So it's a biotech. Ow, bro. Yeah, dude, I do need to put the table there, bro. That was fucked up. Dude, it's like I have a bump. That's insane. Bro, I just got knocked out. Dude, it's dog. I'm like, dude, I'm knocked. You have no idea. How? Dude. You're 6'7" living in Mexico? Dog, what are you doing? You should move to like fucking China and just play in the basketball league. I think they'll draft you. I don't even think you need to know how to play. They'll be like, wow. They think you're LeBron probably, especially with the whole retirement thing. Just say you're his cousin. They'll get a contract, $250 a year. I'm down. Yeah, so this is a biotech. Other than that, bro, I think we're done. The Dells are up 50% if you want them. Actually, they went down 37. The other one didn't move, but yeah, we're gonna wait on that. The U-Stars did good. Again, we gave you a make free on that. Do what you need to. Praise the Lord. Yeah, man, the table, we might need one now. Dude, the chandelier is still shaking. That's how much I just got fucked up by it. So a table there would be great. Great idea. Great idea. And then, bro, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Mitch. You know, he gave me the first idea last time I saw him, but I think he has somebody coming by today. But then someone's gonna look by to see if they want to do the horse breeding thing. But then I told him to you know, at first he was looking, it was a much lower rate, but now we're in the right price range. So if this one, I don't know, he told me about someone coming today that I'm actually very excited. And then we got all of the other stuff ready to go license wise. And then, yeah, like I said, we got to plan the last one too for the end of the year. I was thinking about this. Are you ready? Because remember last time I was like, hear me out. Because I was like 25, 50 people for the second one. And then even some of you were like, nah, I know Uri. He's been there. He said that's a lot. So hear me out. We kind of talked about this before. What if we added like 10 people or maybe 15 or 10, and then everybody who came last time can also come as well? So then that way, if you've already been there and it's already been a month, you haven't blown the place up, that's a good sign. So the people who've already been, I think, are easier to come, and then that way you guys know where it's at and shit. And then we could add 10 more people or 15 more people and then just go from there. And then even at the next one, so on and so forth. So you go in little groups, and then once you've been, that kind of, we just combine that to the next one as we move forward. The first aid kit, yeah. You're gonna assemble that I think that table, it's for your unit, believe it or not, but we might need to put it, dude, I think I'm bleeding. Hold on, let me go see this. I need to go see if I cut myself.
A huge airport.
This is insane, bro. BRB.
Of a fragile air traffic control system. We reached out, by the way, to the Air Traffic Controllers Union regarding the staffing issues. The company or the union said in response, it is normal for a few air traffic controllers to call in sick on any given day. And this is the latest example of how fragile our aviation system is in the midst of a national shortage of these critical safety professionals. They go on to say a number of other things, pretty much what you would expect. Let's get this resolved in Washington. Bottom line is this, Dom. The longer this goes, the greater the likelihood is that you will see more air traffic controllers or TSA agents, others not coming into their job or calling in sick. If they're going without pay, the longer it goes, the more likely it is that you will see.
I'm not like
fewer
bleeding. It's
people
like a
reporting to
little
work.
cut, but
All
it's
right,
not like
road warriors,
it's like
beware
a
there.
gash.
Keep an
I
eye
don't
on
know.
that. Next up, Phil,
Like
we
a
got
raised,
Tesla shares
it's like a
lower
raised
today.
horizontal.
The company's going to unveil the latest version of its full self-driving technology earlier, but it's a clip that Elon Musk posted over the weekend that's got investors' attention, featuring a spinning component with the Tesla logo, as you're seeing there. Phil, we've heard that Tesla could unveil a lower-priced Model Y SUV to make up for the loss of EV tax credits. Will that lower cost and the price make a difference?
It could. I mean, it depends on how much lower the price is. Look, it starts right now at $44,990. That's the base model. And let's be clear.
Yeah, there's that
very
mining
few people buy a
conference
base
tomorrow,
model
too.
vehicle, but that's the base price. If they can bring that down under $40,000, there's the potential to increase sales that would be lost because there's no $7,500 federal tax credit. Remember, the Model Y, it is huge, not just for Tesla, but for EVs overall. One out of every
RGC, that's
4
gold.
EVs sold
no,
in the US,
biotech,
not
I'm
just
tripping.
Teslas. EVs.
A
sold
lot of
in the third
biotechs are
quarter
going,
here
you
in the
guys.
US
And then
was a Model
maybe,
Y.
remember, it's
All
been
right,
like, what,
Phil,
a week
finally,
since we
speaking
heard
of cars, the used car
deals
market
last week?
staying
Yeah,
strong.
Poet
Cox
Technologies,
Automotive
what's
raising
this?
their full-year sales
That sounds
outlook,
familiar.
saying tariffs have actually led to a stronger used car market, but also warning of a potential slowdown in the fourth quarter due to supply shifts, higher costs, and rising interest rates. What's the dynamic there?
Why is the VIX is surging?
Remember, what drives the used car market is the new car market.
All right, yo, this is weird. VIX is literally running up right now, and then the SPY's not at the low, so you're either going to bottom out or you're about to flush. I'd put eyes on watch. Poet gets 75 million investment. That was 3 hours ago. AI connection. Yeah, not just one of those AI pumps. Josh AI, what are staples? Just fucking Google it, dude. Don't waste your AI tokens on that question. See, that's the beauty about being a human. I could tell you that. Yeah, okay, you're starting to go down. I don't know if it's big tech or not. But let's see. What is it? Somebody has to be dumping or it's everything. I don't see nothing, brethren. Yeah, you had the, what's it called? You had the Trump in Canada, nothing. That VIX move is weird. And again, you just had a burst on the low ticker. It's hard to get a read on it. Because again, today we're doing that, I mean, 67.17 pretty much, back down to the solid level. You're either going to break it or not. And then, oh, even this is equal weight. So that wasn't Apple or any of the big tech. And you have a couple of names moving, even like Alaska Airlines, but then this seems to be equal weight gets to do that test. I think if equal weight goes and then a tech goes, we'll drop a little bit. But if equal weight doesn't flush and then they stabilize and tech does good, then yeah, we'll be fine. How much time do we have left? Oh, we got 2 hours? Nice. Which business should you focus on your long term? So have you watched any of the long-term videos this year? Because go to the trading fraternity. I think there's only 4 or 5. So you could kind of get an idea of what we're buying and then look at the portfolio and then compare it to what you have. But it all depends on where you're at, because you may, I don't know why it has to be AI, but you may have certain industries already and let your portfolio speak to you. That's why, like, even in a weird way, this year I came in buying growth because I bought a lot of value at the end of last year. So, and that's what even made Intel make sense, because it was growth. So that's part of it. You watched since 2019. That's not the question I asked. I just asked if you watched the most recent 5 videos, because even though people have watched since 2019, some people have not followed along fully, which has, some of these answers were already there at more timely periods. So, but the idea of focusing on value this year, we're doing that all the same. The last 2 years, really, even since 2023, how we got Uber and Meta and a lot of the other ones, it was really about making sure we're not buying names that are up, but still having the ability to go up. And that's it. Just don't pay premium. And that's the simple way, but we've gone over it. So yeah, that's good that you got the history of watching behind you, but I would go watch the Trading Fraternity long-term videos, because that has those 5 videos. That was 10% at a time, and we're up like 40% on the year or something, or 30, which is doubling the market, and we were even up during the other stuff. But like I'm saying, it's just you're asking now at 40% on the year, whereas these timely videos will be there. So follow along with it, but then go back and you could still learn something, and there's still a couple names that are down and that are good buys. But I've been explaining as of late what is a good, if your portfolio does not look like mine, it is harder. You could use the same principles very well, and again, but you have to learn to let your portfolio speak to you. But otherwise, if yours looks like mine, you can operate in a very similar model in terms of the industries, in terms of holding cash and not. That's something to think about. Oh, where was it? Yeah, Google it. Bringing Opal. Now you're gonna make me open the long term, brother. I love the long term. But yeah, so I'd get up to speed with it, because I do want, the Intel video, I was literally begging people to not do what you did, Colonel. So I do appreciate you and thank you for your service. But this has been a theme that I have not been appreciating recently, is that people are popping up out of nowhere, and then they're hitting me with I've been a long time follower, and then kind of demanding that we follow their schedule, but then I don't want them to get bad info. So I encourage you all to please stick along. I'm actually begging you, but the pleasantries, watching, if it doesn't show up in like following along with the long term, this might all be for nothing. So, because that is the thing where I'm telling you, just a couple of videos this year at one of the most difficult times was great. And now even Intel, but I think I could find the video, but that's why. So, and I've noticed a lot of people lately, they've kind of came here and they're having us go back, but we're not going to go back on all of it. But because at this time it's simple, it used to be there were hundreds of videos every month or every couple of months. It was harder to find, but this year it's only been a few videos, you guys. So yeah, but it's cool. I don't care whether or not what happened, but if you were behind, just you guys can't expect us to whether you buy a membership or not. I'd actually prefer if you didn't, just for the sake of because we're not going to go back, and I don't want you to feel like we will. And I say that because it will push you to become better in the long term. Stick around, and it's easier to do once a month following along than missing 10 months and going backwards and trying to do it all in a week. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's the point, and that's why I'm trying to make it easy with some of the changes, but you have to, once a month is going to be way easier than ignoring it and then trying to do it 10 months later and then lock in. That's going to be much, much more difficult, and that's not what gets the performance that we have, because that's more following the market than not. Divvy stocks, how do you feel about buying them alcohol stocks? So TAP is the only dividend one that I am very confident in, because like I said on the video, the price of it is book value, dividend stable. It's not, I don't even think there's an issue. Even if alcohol trends go down, I think you got another 5-10 years of this divvy, unless something really gets terrible, but a lot of that's already priced in. So the stability, but that may not be the best stock for everybody, or I don't know how you feel about it or what, but then again, some of us have MO at a very good price, and that's a bunch of cigarettes. So yeah, I like TAP a lot. Otherwise, Pfizer was the other one I would have been. Pfizer coming into next year, it just sucks they pumped Pfizer, but I like Pfizer at 24 and below. That's a price. I think I have plays at 26, but over the years, like 25 is but 24 is better. You've been looking at TAP. Yeah, I like TAP a lot. I think that one's just easy from dividend perspective, especially if that's your goal. If your goal is dividend mainly, it's not too much, it's not too low, it's higher than the Fed funds rate. And like I'm saying, it's stable. Any other dividend name that I would want, Pfizer, UPS, Target is the other one. Target's dividend is stable, but then they also have like just more volatility in terms of stock and like what their core business is doing and all their drama. But yeah, I'm not that dividend's not too bad. We're just pinned here, bro. Still a bubble, you get the chill. I like O if it yields below 4. I don't like it, but it's up on the year though. I think we have it at 55. So, I mean, if you want REITs, you can go for them now though. I mean, again, especially if we get more rate cuts, we're starting to get there. Remember, credibility, that's going to feed into those long duration type plays. And REITs are the big one. Yeah. Conagra, bro. I love Conagra. Not for the long term, but it's more like a spiritual, just attraction. I don't know how to describe it. Is it good to bundle a rental home with your primary? Yes, it's good to bundle any insurance. They usually give you a better price. That's what I was telling you guys a couple years ago. That if during like inflation, when you really feel it, if your insurance is getting crazy, sometimes if you just like throw in other insurance packages, you'll get a lower rate. So like I had one instance, this was back in the day, where it was cheaper to insure like 3 vehicles or buy vehicle insurance, and then home insurance was cheaper than just buying vehicle insurance. So they give you deals and promos on the bundles. Wife had IRA, but it's sitting as money market. I want her to follow the long term. Since it's a lump sum, should I spread it out? Yes. No. It's the same thing. That's the thing I hope you guys all realize. The beauty of the long term, as long as you go with like, you don't fucking go crazy, you can, it's scalable. Like, you guys don't think it's weird that we've done it at pretty much every amount? So small, big, it doesn't matter. You could do it, but it is little by little. So you take that lump sum, you got to start with like maybe 10-20% of it, and then work your way in monthly. You do that, you're going to be fine. It's going to feel slow. You'll feel like you missed out. But again, in the long run, as the couple years have shown, you know, it averages out, and you'll find good opportunities in that. But little by little will keep you in a gradual grow that way. You know, grow into it and slowly move into it. Unless you find something that you're more confident in at a very steal of a deal, or property. That's just what I do with cash flow with property, because it's much more easy to identify. You want to sell the long term for real estate? She's selling her plot of land. You want to know? Well, listen. Sadly, you're gonna have to pay me. You're gonna have to pay me the $50 to answer that one. Honestly, more. But I think you already know the answer. There's a very clear rule we've outlined. So I wish you the best of luck, but that one, I think you know the correct answer. I think they charge you more if you do it on Apple. So if you signed up through Apple, it was way more than 50, but it's set at $50 on YouTube. So I think if you sign up on the computer, it's cheaper. And then why is UNG and Boyle going crazy? Oh, you're from Canada? Through Apple and then tax. I don't know, man. They gonna do all of this to still just shadow ban the fuck out of me. So that's just between y'all and Google. I don't know what I thought it was $49.99. That's, until you guys told me. So this is not the chat room for trades. You could get the locked in chat if you want, but yeah, please follow the rules. Thank you for shopping at the long term. Conagra? Yeah, we just discovered it. Someone asked about it. I was very excited to hear. Like I said, we'll try this for a month. I'll see how everybody performs. I don't know the separation. I think now you have a long-term chat and the people who really want to trade and not get banned. I mean, I expect something different. It does come with a fee, but it also comes with quickness, I guess. I don't know. It's very interesting. A lot of you, I did not expect that many of you were that interested in the few seconds. So that says a lot. So be wise with it and get a long term. But at the end of the day, I just think it needs you guys options is both good and bad, and I've seen it used good and bad. You are living in a crazy opportunity, but this is all emotional. I don't know how many times I could say it. And that's what it is. You're done with the table, you might. I'm never gonna walk in that living room again, bro. The U.S. Energy Admin raised 26 crude outlook. Get the crib, brother. Amen. That's a good idea. Again, it's all dependent on the area, real estate, the area. Let me see, actually, if I could get you some more real time. But yeah, like the hot areas, you guys should know them already. The ones that are good, the ones that aren't. Like, Jersey, Ohio's been active. Dude, my head hurts. Dude, you have no idea. Ooh, everybody kind of actually, yeah. So the areas that are bad kind of ticked up, and then the areas that are good are all like leveling out. That's what I'm saying. Like real estate wise, stocks have moved substantially more than real estate. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted the farm at the time, and even looking at how much more stocks went up, because that's part of it. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you get the right deal, I mean, I think. As long as you're not overpaying, if you go down, I think the real estate is already down relatively. So your downside shouldn't be the same unless you're in a hot market. Otherwise, the upside is it's ridiculous comparatively. But then again, I think the next 3 to So, 3, 6, 12 months, we're going to find out a lot. And the big, beautiful bill, the economy, everything that's gone on. We're going to see even this government shutdown. So you're going to protect yourself with diversification and getting a good deal. And, if you follow the rules you've heard from here, they will not let you down. I promise you. But you deviate from them, you're on your own. That's what I'm saying. Like real estate, land, everything in between, you guys know. But yeah, so here it is. This is what I'm saying. Like the hot areas, remember, they ticked up in August. Some of them kind of woke up, like Phoenix, San Francisco, San Diego, the areas that were a little down, they went, the area's plummeting. I want to say, what's that throw up color? Who is that? Oh, that's Denver, brother. I'm not even fucking with you. That's Denver. So the shittiest one right now is Denver and St. Petersburg. That's your throw up color. And I think right above that, San Diego, Chula Vista, and then Atlanta. Atlanta's been volatile as hell, bro. Atlanta started bad, rocketed up, and then it's coming right back down again year over year. So like I'm saying, all of them lately are kind of leveling out. You have a couple that were already on the low. That's where you want the value. But like I'm saying, these are your top 20. These are just top 20. And so by default, most of these are the hot markets. But then again, these markets, you get a house here. I mean, generally, these are very active areas that people are living, working. There's money, income, all that. But that's why I'm saying it's like, this is a lot. Look at how many places are at 0 on the year. Or, the best real estate performance this year is 7%. So obviously it's indexed, based on the city. But do you see what I'm talking about? You guys are fucking, gold is up 40%. Bitcoin's up 40. The stock market's up 15, 20. Real estate's the cheapest thing right now. But that doesn't mean you buy it right now, because like I'm saying, depending on how some of these things materialize, some areas are going to have more downside and upside than not. But then that's why it's like, depending on what we could confirm, if everything's good, green light, real estate's is very cheap relatively. If things are bad, I think real estate will sustain a little better, but there will still be downside. But it'll be downside to the same clip. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys. That, remember, go watch any of my old videos. My experience in most of even real estate, it's more stable than not. That's it. First aid? No, I don't need first aid. You're good. You're good. Tesla standard rear wheel drive Model Y, $39.99. But yeah, so like even if it does go down, real estate should be 0 to 7% up or down. That's why, gradual. We're not expecting anything crazy. Crazy. Have I thought about raising ducks or bunnies? Oh wow. I mean, we've had several ideas of animals, but until we get somebody like living there, that's why maybe, I don't know, Mitch, if depending on this horse, if he likes it, all of that could be good. Oh, I did not get to look. Let me see if I gave it a look. Can you just sum it up for me? What are you looking for with it? Do you need me to... Are you looking for an investment? Is somebody else? I'm not... Because like I'm saying, all my real estate purchases, I am very curious about some of the... I kind of even want to buy fucking a mining land right now. But I've never done it, and I don't like them as much. But if you could simplify it, otherwise I'll get you a response when I get to it. But yeah... It's big. Oh, I did see quail eggs, dude. Or quails. I like quail, but yeah, the quail egg market is hot. And cattle, bro. You guys know cattle is at all-time highs. Keeps cutting out when I say real estate. sorry, what the heck? I said, can you sum it up? Is there like, what's the simple, well, give me the elevator pitch on it and what you need. But like I said, these like data center mineral mining deals, they're interesting, but we are at the point though where a lot of people are like, you know, everybody's catching on. So now that comes with a different premium per se. I need water. About beef being the most expensive. Yeah, dude, cattle is through the roof. That's what I'm saying. It's literally all-time highs. So we should. I think we would have made 30% if we bought a cow right when we bought this place. Do you think you might have gold or precious metals? Maybe. Dude, I've heard of a California gold rush, you guys. I don't know. I'm hearing grumblings. Little by little, people are finding gold in Cali again. I'm not even fucking with you. I think if people go crazy enough, I don't know what this timeline has in store, but I don't know, bro. I've been hearing that way more than ever. Last time I heard that, I was in elementary school. I've heard it a lot lately. About, yeah, right? Isn't that 2 centuries ago? Dude, I've heard a lot of people talking about gold in Cali. It's really trippy. And like people finding it or talking about these random projects. I heard even someone talk about a gold rush. So I was like, I don't know, man, but that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that gold mine, that guy's, I don't know what he's up to. Axios, Witkoff, and Kushner will not leave Egypt without hostage release agreement and Gaza war resolution. Axios quoting officials. You were typing that your neighbor was finding gold in places or finding nice sized nuggets. Dude, I've heard this odd. I've heard this. I bet you I could data track it, but again, a lot of things are, I don't know if it'd be organic. But like anecdotally, I've heard that way too fucking much. That's why when you ask me that, I'm like, you know, I would be lying if I said this idea to check for gold didn't come across my mind not too long ago. I've heard this a lot. Gold in Cali. Again, it did start in Cali. I got a little creek, so maybe we need water. Maybe it's just dry. Airbnb gold panning experience. We should do that. We fill up the lake. Oh, what the hell? Fig. Tesla is taking candles. That was a good call out. Again, they had the price of the Model Y, and then Fig. You still have plays. Get rid of the Novembers if you have those. I'm gonna sell those. They're still up. Oh, I didn't send out the Philo alert? I'm silly. Yeah, that's a Tesla. One of your business partners has spent hundreds of thousands looking for lost mines in Cali. Yeah, some of these people do it. That's why, like, that one company, EU, that's the other one from, they're in America, but like they gamble on these projects. They just buy all of these. People do that. That's like exploration. That's what they do. They just buy these random mines, and then if there's something, they hit big. If not, they just lose, and then they just keep going through them. Yeah, in the end, I think it's just the politics for it now, but once again, any of those global bond yields and that stuff, it does tie in to the bubble. Or just think about it, right? Even now, like, once Japan, like the days, if you notice it, the days where it's not as bubbly, even though we're still really up, think about some of the global bond yields. Because I think right when the bonds calm down, that's where equities just fucking run. DEC, I was saying, I think this is an energy name. The reverse repo? No, what was it at? As long as it's not negative or zero, then no problem. TJX, that was popping earlier, just doing the melt. And then tack again. Tack and top. Intel, bro, get back to 38. 4 billion, single digits. Oh, light work. Still low, but wait till it goes lower. It's weird though. Again, we're in a weird bubble. Like, liquidity is there, and again, a lot of it's in money market, so it's like I'm not worried about illiquidity, but that usually is the worry. And if something did happen, I mean, liquid will go illiquid pretty quick. I know, look at even Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. There's just, and then it's wait till next year. This is what I was saying just a couple weeks ago, where I'm telling you, I was like, think about it, the big beautiful bet, all that other shit, man. And then David, this guy already posted the address. That's the second time you've been banned on these real estate deals, bro. So yeah, you got to pay me if you want. I don't want to be involved in anything that you're doing. So last time you got banned for it, you're posting addresses again. You're saying it's on the market, 200K above, it would be sold, brother. It wouldn't be on the market. It's just like those options that I show. That's why the cheap ones go within seconds. Because if it's really a deal, it's not going to just sit there. Same thing with real estate. So yeah, but again, if you guys want real estate consultations, I will provide that. But otherwise, you got to follow the rules as explained. And again, I think even David, you're the one who gave me that idea from last time I banned you. So thank you again. But yeah. Follow up, you answered hiring yourself is the best. ADP, yeah, if you want. Or talk with your tax guy, but there's another one I forgot, but ADP. You could use ADP, pay yourself, get your own payroll, give yourself a W-2 through your company. And then that way you'll build your income for real estate, which is good. You need guidance with your long-term setup. Okay. Have you watched the last videos on the trading fraternity? So if not, I would watch them. So otherwise, it would make sense. That's why, and I'm down to help you guys. I really am. But at the same time, if you're not willing to help yourself, I can't do anything. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, if it's really important, you care about the long term at all-time highs, we got to remember, we didn't get here for 1 month. It's all consistent. So if you've gone back through that and you know what's up, I mean, speak to me. You know what I'm saying? You know how to read your portfolio. If your portfolio looks like mine or not, I think we could communicate a lot more effectively with it. But if that doesn't make sense, yeah, you have to go back to the videos, and that should give you the guidance. You could even go back from the start of this year and see how we progressed. Because again, I've only posted a couple, and I did it for this purpose, so that it was easy to follow along and that we had less confusion. But then again, you all have your responsibility with it too, that it just like how we started Cult Sister. It's very enticing to try to put in the work at when it seems like we're getting bubbly and all that, but it's like once a month with minimal effort consistently will be way easier than once every 5 months or so in like bursts of energy when it's exciting. You get what I'm saying? And that's just where you work on that. We have the free tools available for y'all to do that. You get what I'm saying? The videos, the long-term alerts, the YouTube, the Twitter, these are all free. And they have performed at a crazy rate at a critical time. And that's what I want people to do. But they're more willing to pay me to gamble. That's the crazy part. Or they only want to do that after the gamblers got them excited. Let's be real. So, do you see what I'm saying? It's just eat once a month, couple of minutes at a time are going to save your life, bro. Trust me. And you won't have to go back a couple months down the line and go through that. All right, man. I don't think there was a lot, you know? 2 months, that's it. 5 months ago. Yeah, I think, is this where we started doing it? After Trump? End of the watch list? Yeah, I think it was really around here 5 months ago. Yeah, so here's all of them. These were a little bit more, but I don't think these ones were normal watch lists. Damn, that's 9 months ago? Yeah, wait. 6. So I think starting from end of the watch list to here, these are all just long-term. Easy long-term to capture. Just this right here. And that's what I'm saying. Following along has been nuts. And then even the big, beautiful bill. Again, in every single one of these videos, I start by begging you to give me 10 minutes a month. No exaggeration. So, do y'all see my response that and guess what? I don't benefit off of it. Like I said, these are my free segments that have performed excellent. And this is the thing that'll change people's lives, and they won't do it ahead of time. They want to act like Colt Sister. So again, and I hope, I'm not trying to make y'all feel bad. I do hope it does sting you enough to wake you up and take control. But also at the same time, I don't take it personally. You know why? Because I did it. It's not, no love was lost. I don't, I want you all to do good. I'm going to take care of myself and anybody else who's willing. But just simple, once a month. Whenever these videos pop up, long term, I would watch it. And I would take a look at your long term. Because like, they all start like this. You see my pants too, bro? I've been going through so many like sweatpants. I'm just pulling out whatever I got. I'm only farmer wearing some Nike Supreme, dog. What up? How you living, Chad? I don't even got the mic on. Here, it's gonna sound better. Okay, is that better? All right. But ironically enough, I'm walking my own trail right now at the crib, only bro. Been 30 seconds, at your man. crib. I know.
But I actually don't want to talk about the farm. I have a lot to talk about with it, but I want to talk about the long term. Okay. And I did buy Intel for the long term, and we are rebuilding the long term. So I don't want to waste any time.
Like I'm saying, bro, within 30, 40 seconds, you're hearing about Intel before the government bought in. Just off of this, that right there, that's a better time to talk. You see what I'm saying? This was 2 months ago, not even.
I don't want to play around. I love you, okay? And God is good.
God is good.
And I try to make this channel, this one right here, we have the live streaming channel, videos, but bro. I wanted this to be simple this year, and I don't want anybody to fall behind. And it's fun that we're getting a compound and all that, but the real exciting part too, we get to rebuild the long term. And for those of you who felt like you missed out, who felt like this is extremely we could chill under the tree, baby, and all of that, man, I really hope you take advantage of this opportunity. And really all it takes is following along only a few times a month, if that, once a month at minimum, if not once every like 3 months. So yeah, the mic died, but I could drive under the tree and finish the video. I think that still works. So like I was saying, man, it only takes one time a month, if that, to follow along. And we have a plan. We've been executing this plan live for everybody, and I want it easy to digest. I want it easy to get. We have so many ways to do it, just because anybody can really do it at any scale. We got a lead this year by preparing and going slow like we always did, and we talked about keeping that lead, and we did, and we built up cash and all that. So I used it on Intel, and we're gonna still be following along with it. Again, I go through all of the building, but this is all, again, this even is at like a delay. If you think about it, I do my move, I'll post a video on the weekend, simplified it, but I'm telling you guys, I need once a month. I'm not asking for a lot. That's what I'm saying. You want to trade, you want to lock in for 7 hours, you don't have to do that. That you could do it in another effort. That's if you want to. That's fine. We could change the world with the long term once a month. But again, I can't, and that's why I'm saying, if you come in during the day and you're like,
spamming, help me, help me, help me, and you have not watched these videos, I think that is terrible. Can you all recognize that with love? How bad that is? That's unacceptable. That's why I don't appreciate it, and I quite frankly I will not tolerate that, because it's terrible. It doesn't make any sense. It's not a lot. It's not a big ask. And if you put the same 120 seconds, just go. You found me here today. You know where the videos are. Whether they alerted you or not, you know what Google has put me through. Some of you turned a blind eye. That's fine. But like I'm saying, I still do this, and it's free. And the free part of it was the easiest part, and it made a lot of money for people. But I need your help. I need you to help yourself with it. Because guess what? The more and more you do this, the more and more this will reflect in the world. But if you guys won't give it a month, I only got my same group of people who just keep running it up. And like I said, that's why I want to focus on them. And I told that to them at the beginning of the year. And I said, we're going to secure it and make sure we do even better. But you're all welcome to join and be a part of it. And I really want you to, but I can only do so much. But you give me once a month, that's it. Very, very simple. And you're excited about it once a month. That's going to do so much work for you, bro. You have no idea. And believe me, and I'm putting a lot of my mind and work behind it, and I take it very seriously. So you're not going in alone, blind, and it's one of the best in the world. Objectively, I could say that very confidently. At every scale, big to small, we've done it. And right in front of you, in real time, at the right time. No fluff, no nothing. So that's why I'm saying, but we need once a month. Even with a week or two delay, the opportunity will still remain, all of them. So but again, it's going to require, just check up, do your thing, go from there. And then once a month, bro, it's so little, but it adds up. GM revoking $1 billion in grants for GM Stellantis. Wait, check Stellantis first. Yeah, GM's dropping on that. They're getting grants. I don't know. And then UNH popping. I don't know if LAC, but Stellantis. That one's going to get hit harder, but they're cheaper. But yeah, hold on, though. It's still in dud zone. It hasn't moved a lot. You are getting that earlier. Mm-hmm. Wait! Is Battlefield out? Oh, shut up! It's out. Dog, the day I don't even have my fucking PlayStation. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, it's out, right? Oh, dude, I just realized. Yeah, bro, it's out. Isn't it the 7th? No, the 10th? Oh, I fucked. So many emotions. Walmart popping. Oh, you guys got me fucking geek, dude. Wasn't it supposed to be the 6th or the 7th? Oh, okay. UNH again, and Toll Brothers on the left. All of these are melt. None of these are news. Like I'm saying, you got the Stellantis news. You're a little early on that, but they're very duddy. Some people got it. Servers are up. Yeah, UNH again. Yeah, Tesla. I thought people were going to like the Model Y thing. As it's a 3-day weekend? I didn't know. Is it? On party, bro? I'm seeing. What was that? I'm looking at the UNHs. Where's Unch? What day is it? I didn't know Columbus Day. Some people, Lupe said, take Columbus Day about the calendar. Man, America Mobile in advanced talks to acquire Brazil desktop. What's that? Brazil's desktop? I don't know what the fuck that is. But yeah, some bio. I think it's foreign. Cause freedom ain't free coming around my way. Yeah, GM's already bouncing. All right. All right, chat. Anything else? Any other off topics? We got 12 minutes till power hour. My power is back on, so I could go home now. That's it. I don't know. I think someone's gonna come here. I think Mitch has a meeting. It's beautiful. It's joyous this morning. It's still joyous. Sopa, that one's still been running. None of the other ones. I guess you saw that one actually gapped up and you had it. None of the new ones moved. Yeah, but actually WWR is literally like right under the open. That's what I'm saying. It's just been boring. But other than that, Chad, I hope your day was good. Oh, ARM. That's I thought it would be bigger because I figured they were still at the bottom. If that was hitting 160 from the bottom, that would have been a stick. But yeah, ARM just melted up. I'm gonna try to ball today. I gotta go back. I gotta do a lot of stuff. I've been on the go today after that, but it's good. You know that I've traveled around so they wouldn't cut my power, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta travel back now, but we'll be good to go. And then what? Tomorrow's only Wednesday? Yeah, middle of the week. If the AI bubble pops, do I have a prediction on the next bubble? My guy. Holy fuck. It's a good question, but like, yo, man, that's crazy. That's like me telling you, like, okay, so like, I'm gonna marry my girl, but if I don't, I could tell you who I would marry instead. Like, what the, bro, why are we looking ahead to the, I don't think that's a good mentality to be in one of the biggest bubbles ever known to man. And you like, all right, well, what about the next bubble? I'm like, what do you mean, what about, let's just get through this. We ain't done with this shit, dog. We have so much, and it would take years. It's gonna take years, if any years. So, hold up, bro. Yeah, man, I don't know what homeboy be saying on this. This is crazy. But yeah, so one step at a time, bro. One step at a time. All my attention is surviving this bubble and going through in the best way possible, and then we'll talk about the next one. Yeah, we haven't survived this one yet, so Remember, bubbles are very, dude, it's emotional, causes reactions. If there's negative reaction, if the burst has collateral damage. Oh, it's a weird concept, dude. Super weird. Unch, unch, unch. That's how I pronounce UNH. Unch. One bubble at a time. If it's rising, it pops, and the chair will be waiting. One bubble at a time. GM hitting now. Yeah, I already like bounced, popped, and locked a lot of things. That's why you got to get a long term, bro. So I'm saying I like the bubbles; they're fun, but even then, the talk with the AI stuff we had yesterday, like this ain't all fun and games. If it still feels like that, that's awesome. But just know, bro, this shit's gonna get more serious than you think, faster than you think, and then it all ends faster than you think. It's all weird, bro. So get through this, be wise, and just that's why I'm saying though the long term. Look at all these emotions. Look at the back and forth. What if it goes crazier? What if it ends tomorrow? You don't see how this is having an effect? You don't think this is how people one by one get slowly moved out of long terms and all the other stuff in between? Why do you think YouTube still ain't showing you the damn fucking videos? And it's been so fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, go. I just showed you all. You get what I'm saying? So come on, bro. Think about it. That's why I've been telling you the long term is a dying breed and you have a real good advantage. So you think about it. I don't have to focus on the next bubble. I will use it and make it serve me as we are doing. But at the end of the day, I'm still on the same plan long term. And that was already looking out 10, 20 years. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to keep looking at. And if you keep focusing on that and use that to serve you under that goal, I think you're going to walk away with something ridiculous. And I don't know when, but I know what. That's the what. I just don't know when. But I know this long term and how you're, like I'm telling you, bro, these bubbles, everything is getting crazier. I've already witnessed a lot of crazy shit in my life, financially, and some of the more modern era. Again, I bought Bitcoin in the beginning. So, they just get bigger and bigger. And it's now, and that comes with consequences. That comes with pull. And that's why I'm like, yeah, that what this is going to do, the long term, and how it's going to separate people naturally, it's going to be tough. But I do think the reward, harvest is plenty, baby. Harvest is plenty. Is it a bad practice to have an ADR stock? All depends on the price, brother. I would be more cautious. That's why I didn't like Alibaba. If you remember when I bought Alibaba, I was very mad. I didn't want to buy a China stock. I didn't want to buy an ADR. But then it was 30 cents on the dollar, and it was the highest quality in China. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where I limited it. I said no more than 10%. But if it's the highest quality at one of the lowest prices, I don't have any problems with it. But other things, it all depends. Yeah, EU getting a baby one. But I think it's just a candle. Time after time. CMCSA, Comcast, I see it. Oh yeah, dumping. Comcast. And then Unch on the high. Comcast down 2. It might trigger. I'll check the news. I don't know. There's some cheapies. Yep, not like cheap. But yeah, the cheapie is 5 or 10 cents. But like I'm saying, you have to go on the limit. I don't know the headline. It's down 2. You're 1% away from the trigger. Remember, not all of these have had follow through. Even on less moves, some of them have moved a little better, but high speed, how Verizon, I don't see it, still down 2.2. I don't know if any of the other ones. Remember though, Verizon, AT&T, they've had moves like this and they did not stick. So yeah, I didn't take any of these except the Oracle. But yeah, like I said, that was only one. Yeah, don't touch the other ones now. I think it's dud. The spread's too wide. I already gave you the max on that low side. Yeah, which fucking idiot bought that? Yeah, see, that one at 13 is not it. You look at that other one I called out. You'll notice that's the one that's going to move. Dell hit. Yeah. Dell, you got like 100 or 60. I don't fucking know. It did work though. But do what you need with it. Yeah. It's 100% on the ask. Huge spread. Yeah. I still don't know what Comcast is. The Oscars, I'd keep watch on any of these little Medicare ones. I think we're going to go and burst on the health insurance. Remember Eli Lilly and all those other last week? It's been another week, you know. I think we're going to get bursts. But then that CNC news and Oscar today related to the CMS rate, not ratings, it was something else. But that's what drove it up. TSUNH still climbing. All right, what time? 2 minutes till power hour. We ain't do shit today, bro. I mean, we still got some moves if you took them, and I think the Oracle, I think there was a better one. Wasn't there another one? But the Oracle is pretty nasty. Other than that, we didn't do much. My material plays, unless you already positioned on the old ones, we did nothing. He did nothing. LAR is really pumpy in the morning, but then that chilled out. But yeah, and then all of these, man, some of the old ones, you could all make them free. So you have to decide to either make free or push it. You're in a bubble. So that means you could either lose it all tomorrow, or it does in a godly amount that you regret, or it does nothing and then does one of those later, and then you still play this emotional game. So I'd figure this out sooner rather than later. I don't think Oracle has. Like I'm telling you, I think it's more likely that you may hear this headline in a couple weeks or months, and then it'll hit. If that makes sense. If it's really true, because like I said, from the get-go, it just sounded like an opinion. But hypothetically, imagine if they, if this earnings comes out, right? Just like we saw with the RPOs. Earnings comes out, and then they do bad, and then they're like, oh, it was the chips. Then then we're gonna be like, oh, we knew about it. So it was big. It's just interesting news. I don't know if it was opinion or not. So we'll just see how it develops. Oh, dude, I need protein. I think I have protein here. I'm like, why am I hungry? I didn't have a protein after Philo, you guys. All right. Do you guys, yeah. My CNBC glitched out.
Comes back to big tech, which we'll get to, but I wanted to highlight what a risk-off day this is. You have stocks down, you have yields down as well, folks, going into bonds right now, also going into gold. We're on fourth $4,000 watch when it comes to gold. And then I wanted to highlight the VIX as well, rising pretty sharply here. We're now trading above 17. So all in all, risk appetite really souring today.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to big tech. Remember, heading into this month, it was really all the thematic baskets out there that had been leading the stock market higher were directly or indirectly linked to AI. That meant that any hiccup in the growth narrative was bound to reverberate. And today, we got it. That report from the media newsletter, The Information, striking a nerve, claims that the data center company Oracle losing money on its NVIDIA-based server rentals with gross profit margins averaging 16% for a tech services business. 16%, that's a tighter margin than for most major retailers out there, including Kroger, TJX, and Home Depot. Now, I do want to be clear here. Today is not the pinprick moment that bears have been watching for, but it is certainly a test of bullish conviction to an AI trade that so far has been able to ignore a lot of the hard questions about cash burn and about the increasing pivot to debt markets to support this trillion-dollar corporate spend on AI infrastructure. And therein lies the conundrum. Top-line revenue growth for the AI cohorts is second to none. But margins and net income, they aren't swelling as fast, if at all. The Oracle news dragging down other players in the server rental ecosystem, like CoreWeave, as well as NeoCloud darling Nebius. The news coming just hours after Chris Montague's team of strategists over at Citi actually flagged profit-taking risk for AI stocks after 30 record highs for the NASDAQ 100 this year.
And on that note, Romaine, I wanted to highlight the volatility that we're seeing in those big tech stocks. We were talking about the VIX. That's on this chart behind me in blue. And then you have the NASDAQ 100's version of the VIX in white. You can see that typically you do have a bit of a volatility premium there, but it's starting to grow more pronounced. Right now, the big tech volatility is about 4 vol points higher than that of the S&P 500. We haven't been at that sort of disconnect since August. And just you think about the news flow of this week, the multi-$100 billion swings that we're seeing in a lot of these big tech names. This could be the chart to watch as perhaps you start to see volatility measures on the NASDAQ 100 march even higher, Romaine.
All right, as we kick you off to the close here on this Tuesday afternoon, let's bring Andrew Slimman into the conversation. He's Senior Portfolio Manager with Morgan Stanley Investment Management. And Andrew, I do want to start off with this bull run. We're 3 years into it now. And of course, the last couple of years have been largely fueled by the AI trade. Is that still intact?
Well, I do. I think it is, Romaine. But one of the things that worries me is, and you've already touched on this, is the nature of the rally has gotten a little riskier of late, which is the market seems to be rewarding the more speculative parts of the AI trade more today over the last month than it had previously. And, you know, my number one worry for this bull market in general is ultimately bull markets die on euphoria, and euphoria is when the speculative stocks capture all the interest and they soar, and that worries me because that's what we've started to see over really since Jackson Hole, and a sell-off in these types of names today, I think, is a very healthy sign.
When we talk about, I guess, the potential for a reset in the rally, the idea that this is more of a slight pullback rather than a huge about face, Andrew, what gives you the confidence that this is indeed just a speed bump?
Well, first of all, if you look at those types of names, the very speculative names, they've done well, but they're not at the valuations that we got to in 2021 or in 2020, nor are they crowded. I think they've captured a lot of retail interest, but less so institutional. Tells me there is more to go, but ultimately, you know, that's going to be the way that, in my opinion, the bull market ends, in too much zeal for these types of stocks, and then something is going to disappoint and bring it down. But that could be quite a ways away. I think it's still premature.
So we're talking about the bull market, which really means that we're talking about big tech. And Andrew, it's hard to tear your eyes away from what's happening in that sector, but I'm taking a look at your notes right now, and you favor financials in addition to technology. And I wonder, you know, what the bull case is there and what the investor appetite is as well, since it seems like so much mind share is being taken up by tech right now.
100%. However, starting in a week, we're going to start to get big bank earnings, and I think they're going to remind us. They're going to wave their hand, Katie, and say, hey, wait, don't forget about us. We're doing pretty darn well. I think that will be an opportunity for the market to pivot and say, there's more going on out there.
That'd be nice. He's talking about a staple rotation, even though he said banks. But think there's a lot of areas that have not moved. So, and you'll probably notice today as everybody's there, then they're there. I was looking at that truck, bro. Hold on. Did he move? I just saw him. Wait, hold on. Did he come on the property? I saw him on the road. Unless somebody else did it, but yeah, there's he's trying to fill up our propane tank. You could say if somebody had like a work order, you could let him do it, but if not, just ask him who did it. I see him. Use House Committee applied materials and Asmil fueled China chip production. Hot dog. Yeah, and Fox said something about the report. Asmil's going down on that. Mm-hmm. I made the Dell free. You're over 100% on the bid now. So you could get a free one. Or you could push it. Not a recommendation. Unch. Unch. It's very fun to say. That's UNH. Unch. Google AI Plus to expand to 36 more countries. Blog. Mr. Castillo. Hello. That looks like a new badge too, bro. Fairlife is owned by Coca-Cola. So some of you already own it. What's the other one? The Chobani yogurt, my favorite. I like that more than the Fairlife. They're just hard to get your hands on in bulk. It sucks, dude. It sucks. Nike, okay, low ticker's picking up again. Tesla's flushing. Tesla's getting really bad now. So again, the Model Y came out on the website, then they dropped, but now it's, yeah, it just went down another $5. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Lex. $5 years, baby. Got a home. Been rebuilding the long term. Discipline my demons. Oh, I hope so, brother. You know we're gonna find out. You guys know that, right? Or not. I have a horn. You know that? I need a horn today. They get one too. And then DraftKings data breach. That's coming out now. DraftKings data breach. They've notified undisclosed number had their recent wave of credentials stuffing attack. It's moving a little bit. I think we've seen it. I don't know if they'll move or not. That's going to be hit or miss, you guys. So you're either going to be really early on that. I'm not worried about the speed. I'm worried about importance and like pricing. You know, these hacks, you've seen them. If they're big, real exposure, they get clapped. If not, it'll just kind of move around. And when Tesla's still dumping. But yeah, man, do you understand what the fuck I'm saying? And like, I really, for real, like, because I know motherfuckers just be talking to you. Like, I'm really talking to you. I hope you understand. It's really cool. And I love y'all. And that's why I hope you hear me. Because it's simple, bro. In the next 12 months, we're going to find out all of this shit y'all be saying. I said that at the beginning of the year. You remember, with the same little attitude? And I said, talk to me at the end of the year. And I said, all y'all talking that shit, the Jesus shit, the Trump shit. I said, talk to me and we're going to talk at the end of the year. Guess what, bro? In 12 months, we're going to find out what all of y'all been saying. That's it. And that some of you are excited to hear that. Some of you hear that as a threat. It's not a threat. I promise you. It's the truth. Just truthfully. So if you say you disciplined, you say you're this, you say I'm that, that's all we're going to find out. That's what I'm saying. The emotions, the bubble. Again, did you watch the video or not? I don't care what you tell me now. We'll know. Again, it all will. That's what I'm saying. It's going to show. So I encourage you all to be wise. I'm trying. I will be here encouraging you all the way. You know, you're not going to get, you won't get a bad example out of me. I'm going to try to help you out, but at the same time, the responsibility is yours, and we're going to find out all of it, bro. All of it. So we will see, man. We will see, baby. Mm-hmm. You're getting married this Friday? Congratulations. You're not the John who DMs me the fucking like weird Biden clips, are you? Because if so, I don't know why you're telling me about your wedding. But assuming that's not you, then that's very exciting news. And I'm glad I'm the person you chose, because we have more agreement. Can you call name? We never renewed service. They want to take it? What? Ask them, how do we renew this? Here, hold on. I'll give you a call right now. No, I don't know if that's him. That's why I asked. There's another John something who does that. That's not you. That's awesome. Yeah. Is it in Cali? I'll come in Cali. Always there. All right, hold on.
I know you also own the Orioles alongside my boss, Mike Bloomberg, but you're also very much so focused on emerging sports and women's sports. Just how much does the value proposition differ between the two?
Oh, I think it's where you can make fortunes of money. So if you sort of think about women's soccer, and WSL 5-6 years ago, you could have bought a women's soccer team for around $1 to $2 million. Today, those teams, I think, are around $150 million. We've invested in a group called Mercury 13 in Europe, where we're investing in women's soccer teams. We've bought a few, and we're under contract to buy a few more. We're buying those teams around £5 million or 5 million euros, however you want to look at it. We think in the next 5-10 years, those teams are going to be worth anywhere between 25 million to 100 million. So where you can make sort of 5, 10, 20 times your money.
So for those who have been, and we won't name them, for those that are just concentrating on the big four leagues, do you think that that's a losing strategy?
No, not at all. I think they're going to do very well. I think what you've seen in the big four is that the returns have been somewhere around sort of 10 to 15%. I think that's a great return. I mean, it's not correlated. You're going to do exceptionally well. I don't think you're going to make 5 times your money, but I think what it is a safe return, and we're looking at investing in those. I think it's very safe. You're going to do well, but you're not going to have the huge growth that you would in something else.
Well, speaking of huge growth opportunities and changing sports, what about college sports? Is there any opportunity to get involved there?
I think that is one of the biggest opportunities out there. It really is. And, you know, we've been close to getting a couple deals done, just hasn't gotten done. But I think over the course of the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to start seeing that there's going to be a number of private equity firms, hopefully we'll be the first, but that people are going to be doing this because of the NIL issue, because of all these other issues, schools need capital, and they're going to need that.
Yeah, we got to do it. Dude, I love this. This is so funny. Mitch is great, bro. He's not even listening right now, but he's awesome. He's handling this right now, and I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like yelling from the top of the mountain, and there's people trying to take the tank, and we're like, no, renew. This is hilarious, but he's awesome, bro. Mitch is, this is what I had as a vision, bro. All the people coming in it. I can't wait for more of you to be here, and I hope y'all do good work, bro. It's really cool to see. It's really cool to see. You said, why in the next 12 months? Shouldn't it always be the same? That's very good here. I love consistency, and you should have a high standard all throughout. But I do believe the reality is that most instances are not this intense. That's what I think. I think in the next 12 months, kind of how, just like I told you coming into this year, where I was like, man, it's going to be a big year no matter what, just because of the size. And it's going to be something like that, but to the sense of now, look at that, you don't see the bubble like this every day. You're not going to live through an experience where people have been, imagine what everybody has just witnessed. And people are seeing stuff and going through it, and then the more and more mania, I think the next 12 months, it'll be a level of emotions that you're not going to really encounter on a normal basis. So that's why I think it'll really test people. And I think we'll really see who means what they say and says what they mean. But it will. It's going to, time is always the great separator. And now it's lining up with an emotional time in markets. The world is kind of calmed down, but it's still emotional in other ways. But even on the market side, it's going to be wild. Yeah, first, everyone did great. We only banned 2 people, but I think it's great. I don't know. I feel like the guys in the original Chad, I think that's been also great too. So I think it worked out well. Everybody got what they wanted. If not, let me know. But I liked how it was. It seemed like less people getting in the way, more people in harmony, working, productive. Well, I can't complain. We could get you to officiate. I want to, bro, but I'm not. If we do it on the side, because I don't want to I'll do it, but you can't take pictures. I don't want to be you can't have pictures of your wedding. That's fucked up. So if I could do one symbolically, but maybe the real one we let the real pastor do it. Who's photo friendly. Day 1, we'll see how far we go. And then, bro, what time is it? 12:20. Dude, I didn't know they tried to take a propane tank. I thought we bought it. I was like, what? So we had to renew it, and apparently we didn't renew it from when we bought it. And they said they've been trying to contact us. Yeah, dude, Tesla just dumped. I don't know. I didn't think that Model 3 news would be like that. That D-Pro stock is going. CNC, I just noticed the premiums, and they got a candle. I mean, we're almost 12:30, but it's not. It's a weird time. Yeah, Max 7 ain't done anything. Am Dizzle, again, there's good premium in the morning. I make a small account. No, I've made my decision. It's very simple. Long term. That's it. I have enough trading videos. If you want to trade, I'm going to assume you already know how to trade. And you have to, and it just requires something else. I don't want to encourage trading. I'm only going to help the people who are already in it, and I want them to do it the right way. And it comes in the form of how I've shown you. It's not easy. But at the same time, if I'm making any account for anybody on YouTube, it's the long term. Because like I showed you, man, we have a lot of difficulty getting people to do the easiest thing. Again, and like every day for the last several months, I get the same thing, and I feel bad. People will join, they'll spend money, and they'll talk, and then they'll ask me hundreds of questions in one day about the long term and how they love and been watching and this and all this. And then I'll be like, did you watch 3 videos for the long term? And say, no, I've never seen it. 9 months. One of the craziest 9 months where we literally front ran and got shit before the government. We're talking like crazy shit, not to mention like, again, another 30-40%. It's been a wild year. So, but like, and it was simple though, in another way. It's not frustrating. I got paid. I'm healthy. My life is good. And the people who did listen are feeling the same and the best ever. That's it. It's sad. And I feel bad. Like I say in all the videos, I don't want people to get left behind. And it's, that's the thing that sucks, but I can't control it. And I'm free from that though. That's why it's like, we just got to try our best, and whoever takes it, takes it. That's what I'm going to keep encouraging. But I don't want trading like that. I'm good at trading. And like I'm saying, in these bubbles, I would be lying to you if I told you that there's not these opportunities during the bubble for small amounts of money to turn large. But the reality is that you start that way, and most people, they end up straying from that path during the bubble and the craziness, and it ends up harming the goal more than helping. So that's why I'll try to guide you and give you guys opportunities, but that's not going to be the thing. I just want you guys safe, because like I'm telling you, whether the bubble goes up or down, you could kill it in the long run. And if you do want to take advantage of this stuff, I mean, imagine if the long term requires once a month, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, well then what will the trading require? So, and as long as you're willing to match that, but I do think we need to encourage, or once things get to the point where maybe the bubble isn't as bubbly, then I think that might be a different opportunity to go back on things. But what I've learned this year is that I think long term is great, and even then, that is what we need to make easier to focus on. And even if I removed options completely this year, it was still challenging to get people on the long term. Even if it was a phenomenal year with some shit that, like, I don't know if, dude, it's not every day we front run the government, Apple, NVIDIA, and all people. You know what I mean? And then add that to the other stuff and being locked in and buying one of the biggest dips, trying to start a ETF portfolio and all these other things at very good prices and still remaining, and then all the value in China right before. It's like all these little moments, and they were simple, but at the same time, that was easier than trading. So, and we still had difficulty getting that. So, like I'm saying, I will help, and I will try to help with the trading. And I think it's a very big power, and we have some good stuff, but at the same time, it's easy to misuse. So let's use the long term correctly, and once we're able to get that in very good harmony, I would love to get more into the other stuff. But for now, I do think we need more of that. And like I'm saying, I think even splitting the chat room up like this, that's what I'm saying. So you want to talk trading, you want to focus on that, I'll give you an environment for that, but I don't want it. I want it separate, and as you should, just like we separate the long-term and trading. And you guys got to decide. You could do all of it. No one's limiting you, but you got to do it the right way. The guiding light. I think it was good. I mean, that's what I was saying. I've even told you even in that video, it's like, I play these. I like the trades in the bubble, and there were some crazy opportunities, but I've done it for a long time. I'm playing with the small amount. Small amount has turned to a large amount now, and that's awesome, but it's separate, and there's no way this thing threatens my long term, and you can't let that, but that's not what we see all the time. Constellation flipped. I was about to go red. I like CRM. I haven't looked at it recently, but we did talk about it. Got it. A separate chat, that is the locked in membership. I think it's good. And like, yeah, it has no delay. It costs money. And then you're going to be like, wait a minute. Why would you charge me money? Because why do you want to gamble? That's what I'm saying. I want to end poverty. I will help anybody become wisely invested and rich for free. And you don't need a fucking delay or not. That doesn't matter. You need once a month. And if you listen to everything else I say, delay or not, I think we could do it. I've already done it thousands of times over, which is insane if you think about it. So, yeah, I think it works. Best of both worlds. I know, for Intel was the first one of the rebuild, dude. That's the crazy part. I got rehooked to the long term, bro. It is, man. It's good. Couple years of long term will do good. I will tell you, you got to go through your first pullback. So when this bubble pops eventually, some of you guys who didn't get to live through 2021 or 2022 with your long term, you guys are going to be tested. Because I'm sure that surprised a lot of you. Because that's what, like, even during the first pullback, bro, you would see chads that every day they were about the long term. Bro, have you ever seen somebody fold, bro? I don't think y'all get it, bro. It always amazes me. I know now to expect it, but oh, dude. Yeah, some of you had April. April this year was kind of rough, especially if you like believe the news or you were like a Democrat and you're like, holy fuck, what the? You're like, Josh, yo, man. And then you thought I was just some religious Trump nut job. Oh, yeah, go look, bro. Reality, I'm telling you, I'm playing with me. But yeah, so that could have been April for you, but I think April was light work. Yeah, April was, I'll go through 2021, 2022, like Jackson Hole, and then most hated rally, then that little, like, how we got meta and all that shit, bro. Right as we were buying, dude, do you know how many people quit right as we were buying meta and everything? And how many people, again, like, you know how many people were so mad that I was buying Uber? You know why? Because I bought Uber at $20. The second time I bought it, I looked like a genius. The first time, some of you were getting stressed out. They're like, why are you buying? It goes down. Stop. And then we bought it again. And then we bought it again. And we bought it again. And then it went crazy. And then it's up like 5 times. But still. So you have to, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you guys will get tested. You'll go through the fire. But so those of you who are a couple years in, I'm proud of you. But you haven't gone through the fluke test yet. That's what I've told you this story. But you guys haven't gone through the fluke test. It might be a fluke. We'll find out if you really mean it. We'll find out if you're really about that life. And, you know, nothing tests the long term like a low. Or like, you really want to hold it for 10 years? So easy when it goes straight up, you guys. You know that, right? It's just so easy. Like, it's so funny because anytime I tell anybody that, like, I have a girlfriend or, like, on the internet, or if I like girl, like, right, girl, I'm rich guy, you guys say gold digger, right? Have you thought about that for yourself? Think about it. Of course you're fucking excited. All it's doing is going up. That's why y'all, like, you don't realize you're a gold digger for yourself. So then you'll lie to yourself and be like, oh yeah, I love this shit. It's so easy. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you only seen good things. Of course you love it. That's not like are you being for real? Because I don't know if you really love it. That's why even Mitch, I told him he's getting excited. Horses. I think he'll do good and I think he likes it. But I also said, nah. I said, go get a horse. I said, clean up some horse shit for a little bit. Then tell me you want it. Because they're cute. Everybody likes cute. Everybody likes the good things. Everybody likes stocks going up. But tell me about it when it's like, you know, a little annoying. So yeah, exciting times. BTQ. Oh. I'm just glad this worked. Well, this is stocks, though. You got to be careful. That's what I'm telling you. Even the part of the going up, down, and holding, this only applies to quality assets. And you guys will have to learn. You will learn this if you don't understand what I'm saying now. I promise you. You will understand it if you don't get it now. Or if you think you understand it and apply it to low quality, you will understand this in the future. Scariest part. Oh, dude, what do you think? Does everybody want to start a horse business now? Because I'm telling you, Mitch has gotten a lot of demand, you guys. This idea, and I don't know, it's a mix of the property and he is very motivated. But like, yeah, like people are touring the property to like see if they could start their own like breeding farm, and they're willing to pay a lot of money. They're willing to cover the mortgage. That's what happened. You know, Mitch, when I came here over the weekend, he gave me the first offer that he found, and it was low. You know, and I just told him, I said, yeah, I was like, think bigger. And I told him, I said, yeah, like you need to cover the mortgage if you want to rent this place out. And yeah, but he has somebody coming today. And then he said he has some other people at a little lower of a price range. But that's why I was like, man, but like apparently all these people want to do it. You're saying it's cutthroat? But like, do people try this a lot? Because I was surprised he had this many people. They're doing show horse breeding, race horse. I don't know what they want to do. I think people want to they want to breed essentially. I don't know what they want to, or they own horses already. So this is all Mitch's idea, bro. Like I said, I talked to him about like renting out stalls because we have some, but then yeah, we just one little thing after the next, we stumbled across this, and now people are looking. Like, actually, that's why I'm like, no fucking way. Okay, here, I'll tell you. Actually, we'll see what happens. But it's happening today. That's why it's kind of crazy. So, I told him to go way higher. Like, way, way higher. And pretty much he threw out a crazy number, and this lady was like, that's high, but I'll come check it out. And it's way higher than the mortgage. So that's why I was like, bro, even if you give her a fat discount at this point, I'm like, there's no way. So, and then he has somebody at demand for right below the mortgage. He said 2 or 3 people would be interested right below the mortgage. But then there's even people willing to pay above the mortgage, not even for the house. That's what I'm talking about. So that way we could keep the house and then use it for whatever we want, or Airbnb it, and then there'd just be a whole horse operation paying the mortgage that we don't even own. It's very lucrative, but you have to be good at it. That's what I was saying. That's why I think some people are, because we have everything here. I mean, if you wanted to do it, this would be the spot. You could breed several horses, and it's nice. Polo training. Can we play polo? It's having a pickleball resurgence among the upper middle class. That's funny. I remember back in the day, bro. I remember when they were like, I thought horses were like $1 million. I don't know why. I remember everyone like, it's so expensive. I thought if you had a horse, you were balling. And I think you still are, but it's like what? It's like $10,000 a year to like have a recreational horse. And the horse, you could get a free horse, or it's like $4 or $5 grand. So it's like a nice car, or like it's like a toy car, I guess. You know, I always thought they were like really expensive, like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Arabians? Habibi, I am Egyptian. You bring your farm here, I make it Arabian. Yalla. Value add. Yalla, I teach it Arabic. I feed it hummus. I hummus in the fool. انت عارف فول؟ Fine step horses, what's that? Higher end, 100, 150 a day. Man, that's a lot. That's what I'm saying, but like there's like cheap options. But it's cool. I like it. That industry, man, very fascinating. So we'll see. Wish Mitch good luck. I mean, if he pulls this off, I'm more than down. It'd be great. I'm not trying to do it. No. I'll tell you what I told Mitch. This is how I do everything, you guys. I've told you this over the years. I'm down to do anything. But you know what role I play? I buy the fucking land. But not the land. Like real estate. So I'm down to do whatever. That's what I said. If you pay my mortgage, I don't give a fuck. So that's why I'm like, dude, if these guys are willing to pay the mortgage or even give us a profit, and then we could use the property for Airbnb or our little events, dog, sign me up. I'm down. I'm down with anything. But again, it just has to work and make sense. And if people are willing to cover it, I'm down. Would you carry the insurance? The people leasing? I'm just going to give them the land. Because that's what I'm saying. It's a land that's zoned for it. You could do it all. I already have the stalls, stables, pens, everything. The rings, the runs. So it's already made for horses. I would just be leasing it. So I wouldn't do a triple net. They cover everything. I cover nothing. I pay the property tax. They, or I might be ideally I'd want them to cover everything, but I'll pay the property tax. I won't make them do that, but they have to cover insurance, everything. I will give them 12 months at a time. You get the land. Training horses to walk and run and find steps. Oh, dude, I've seen them dance, the horses, dog. I seen a horse do a dance to a Meg Thee Stallion song. This sounds so ridiculous, bro. This is what happened when you got a girlfriend who have TikTok, because this is what she showed me one day. It was this horse, dog, dancing, and it was doing like fucking leg cross, hippity hops and shit. It was a real ass horse. So yeah, bro, I did not even know that. That's crazy. Fine Step Horses. There's a name. That's a business. That's why I was like, who does that? That's why there's money behind it. That makes sense now. Because I'm like, bro, I would love to teach a fucking choreograph routine to my pet animal. I don't got time for that. They put it in the Olympics, the horse riding. That's a new one, I think. Good money in horse care and breeding. Yes, I just discovered that. But that's what we're selling now, essentially. That is, so their first Chad came by. Derek, he's going to be working on Airbnb. And so that's what we're planning for the rental. And now, again, we want to see if it's going to cover the mortgage. And then Mitch came by, and then he had his ideas, and that's how we stumbled across this. But that's what we're selling now, is that everybody, or at least these people he's encountered somehow, they're all like, yeah, there's good money in horse care and breeding. And then they're all like, yeah, I want to make a horse business. And then they see our property, and now they're down to rent it. So I can't believe that's why. Let's hope this momentum continues. But that is the second Chad idea that we have stumbled upon. So I love it. I'm here right now, actually. That's the crazy part. I do got to get going soon, though. Oh, that's why. No, my TOS. Oh, my TOS, bro. It froze. What the fuck? Taking up half of my fucking memory, dude? The fuck, TOS? Control-Alt-Delete that. A thinker sheet, like a Google sheet. Wow. BTQ. I don't know what that is. Mag 7 ain't do shit today. So we'll see where he leads us. Autumn. I like a Google Sheet. It's very good. Qualcomm acquires Arduino, open source electronics company. You know, whatever BTQ is, up 40. All right, man. And then I'd wrap it up 15 minutes. Whatever you wanted to move today that didn't move, think about it moving for tomorrow now. Because again, I don't know why they kept saying risk off. The Russell is down, Nasdaq's down, 1%, 0.5, but all you did was just come back to like a day and a half ago. And then now, yeah, some of them did advance. That's why we had some premium gainers. So think about that. And then a little bit of broadening out, but I don't think it's too dramatic. We're still waiting. We will get actually a little bit more data. Remember, there is the Fed stuff, and what's the other one? We get consumer credit, or that should have been today. Yeah, that had a slight rise ahead. FOMC, then the Fed, bond auction. Oh, and Powell. Oh, no. Powell's for Thursday. We have a pre-recorded video of Powell. FAA reports staffing issues. Flights at Atlanta, Nashville, and Newark. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the government's been shut down for a week and not one plane has crashed, but several did a week after Donald Trump won the election. I don't blame Donald Trump. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Open door. TLT, I mean, again, bonds. It's Japan, though. It's Japan and France. I don't know how many times I don't mean this negatively. I just think it's easy to miss. But Japan and France is the reason. So our bonds, they got a bid today, but that's good. That's why the market went down on lower volatility. But I think the global bond yields is something you need to keep an eye on. And that's what has, I think, more likely impacting us and the dollar than anything else. Dude, a plane actually did land on the San Diego airport, though. Or on the airport, the freeway. Lending Tip sent me a video of like a small plane that landed on the 5, I think, or the 8. No, the 15. How do I feel about Lulu? It sucks because at one point their fundamentals are very similar to Nike, and we've talked about this several times. But the problem is that I don't know. I think Lulu is like losing market share. I don't know how to describe it, but they're going through what Nike went through a year ago, but then Lulu doesn't have the same history as Nike. Does that make sense? So I prefer Nike, but this is the one that's cheaper. I don't own it. It's down on the year. I mean, you're getting a better deal than not, but yeah, it's going through a lot of things. There's a reason why it's lower. Like I'm saying, the fundamentals, valuations. Yeah, but it just sucks that they're getting the Nike treatment. But like I'm telling you, they're not Nike. That's the difference. Yeah, MO and the staples are on fire, man. Yeah, MO is really launching, actually. Let me... I know, but like the sad part, just like it's easy to do what everybody did with. That's what I'm saying. Like I just always preferred Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have known that, but you're playing the same game you played with Nike, but now with Lulu, it's just very different though. And now everyone's ganging up on it, and now everyone's like, yeah. But you think about the same thing you would tell me about Lulu, I would have told you the same thing at like $300. Not too long ago while I was buying Nike. You get what I'm saying? So now it's just the same exact, I feel the exact same way about it. The price is just reflecting it a little better. So yeah, that's kind of the dilemma, but it's good value. And like I'm saying, if you don't have clothing exposure, you want something else, but you do have to ask yourself the 10-year question and all of that. But I felt the same. That's why I preferred Nike where it was, and letting Nike go through that story there. But you also do got to understand the brand. And like I'm saying, though, it's just the same story. And now everybody's bringing up to light just the same things you were aware of here. So you have to ask yourself, what's the difference? And that's why I generally feel the same about Lulu, but now they have the narrative working against them rather than even kind of being the outperformer. Yeah, Lulu, it's hard to compete with Nike's brand established wise, but then, Lulu's still been around. But then is it out of style? There's so many things. CRC, California Resource, is there anything with energy? I feel like Gavin Newsom's going to start trying to take stakes in companies to try to copy Trump. He likes doing that. He likes copying what Trump does as an excuse to say he's mocking Trump. But I think deep down, he likes it. So I think he might try it eventually. Open path. Is path still flushing? Oh no, it came back. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you should wrap it up. That's 10-minute rig, bro. Do your thing on turn. What a day, man. So not too bad, man. I hope you enjoyed it. You have a whole day to sit on that commodity play. So we'll see what happens. And then, yeah, man. Other than that, God bless America. Thank you to the chat. It was a good one. You really think he's making fun of Trump? I know you think that, but he's really making money off of it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you guys. Every time you guys challenge me on dumb shit, I make money off of it. The haters pushed me on the thing. I made money off ads. I made money off Philo. I told you all. I make money off. I tell you exactly. I just made money off of this shit today. So, he's copying and mimicking him, but then selling things on the same thing with real money. And then, let alone doing democratically questionable things to rig elections just because he says Donald Trump does it. So, it's odd, but he's really making money off of it. So, I don't know if you knew that. That's the elephant in the room. Just like when, AO's, she sold some good merch, bro. And a lot of, we have some of the most profitable socialists ever. They're great. That's why I love them. You know that? We have the most successful, our socialists are fucking, bro, we could go public with them. If I packaged them up and I showed you their growth rates, I'm like, look at what we could do with socialism here. Look at our America. It's amazing, bro. Business is through the roof. Hey, man, call it what you want, dog. Socialist, capitalism. Just listen for the register. That's all. That's all I'm telling you. Amen. Amen. Yeah, Trump coin. We used it. That's what I'm saying. Even this morning, they're like state capitalism or state stakes. How come? They're like, how come the Republicans support this? You guys don't realize it? This was going on 4 or 5 years ago. The difference was none of us owned an EV company. None of us owned a battery company. And by the time the news was there, they hid it, kept it secret, and they circle jerked all of that money between themselves. At least this time, whoever was listening, I and whoever else got them in 2 weeks early. Every single one of these state capitalist plays, or state sponsor, whatever the fuck you want to call it or agree with it, we have at least had a shot in some level of real time. So that's why. That's the biggest difference I see. And that's the thing I'm down with, because whether you agree or not, you should at least get your money and call it a day, because that's what they did last time. You just didn't get a shot. That's the reality, in my opinion. Like, think about it. Back during the EVs, it was whoever fucking jerked off Biden the hardest, they got the money. We could track what the fuck Trump is doing and figure out a logical assessment of what he's buying. Because he's buying it for a rational interest, not crony capitalism. Do you see? There's a huge difference. And if you're smart enough, you can make a lot of money, or at least you have a way fairer shot. And I'm down with that. And I hope I could even level the playing field for as many people as possible. Same goes for the long term, the intel plays, and everything in between. Like, and then even told you by the dip. That's why I'm telling, it's just very different. And that's all, like, because I agree. Right when I bought Intel, I said, listen, guys, I don't know if I agree with this or not. I said, I don't know if we're becoming China or not, but I did know that we had an opportunity right at that moment. And we could have debated it later, but we were going to debate it richer. Not looking at it, playing the game that all of the people did on TV. So that's all. At least you get your shot, and at least we could rationally assume, some of them is crony capitalism with Trump. Don't get me wrong. Some of it's going to his friends and Lutnick. I was tracking that from the beginning of the year. So, and then the crypto shit, right? So, but like I'm saying, with this critical minerals, some of them are trash, but like I'm telling you, I just researched it. We could find rational ways the money is going. And I think I think rationalism will beat cronyism with this admin, and we could use that to our advantage, essentially. McKesson, these are all value. And then for everything, SPY's going down, value, staples, ripping. That's it. 2 minutes, man. Oh my, not even 2 minutes. Hey, wow. Well, Chad, God bless you. God bless America. Thank you to the veterans. You only have 1 minute. Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. It's the middle of the week tomorrow. I don't know. Not as much day. What's the date? What even happens with the day? Is it going to be a bubble? Is it risk off? What's going on? You got to decide. Shares, options, futures. Less than 30 seconds. Make up your mind. And remember, remember that little 2-day pullback. Remember the emotions. So you got opportunities, brother. You got opportunities. Make your mind up. And God bless America. So good luck, and I wish you all the best. You are now beginning your descent. It's already there. Salesforce tell client it won't pay hackers and data extortion. The fuck does that mean? They say we don't negotiate. Oh, the bell closed. Oh, ding, 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 ding. What the hell? I didn't have my bell. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I messed it up already. Hold on. Oh, Chatadonia. Are you kidding me, bro? What a great first day of Locked In. What a great day of, like, everybody acknowledging the bubble. Day 2, probably. We knew ahead. But, Chad, you made it to the bell. I need a GG. Good game, baby. Don't matter if you made money or lost, but I know you learned something. Everybody that contributed brought something to the table. Plays, dudes, vibes, personalities, info. Way to hold it down. Way to be a part of it. Way to get a long term and stay alive. And GG. I see y'all. I'm gonna drop a GG. I see y'all locked in. I see y'all. Wow. Long term. Let's go, baby. Thank you. Thank you for getting a new membership. Thank you for making your mind up. Thank you for not getting banned. Y'all still even through donuts.
Everyone got like opinions and thoughts, why they don't mean a lot. And my money on stats, I can show you the top. Every bottom my pop, the key in the lock. Don't believe me, just watch. My freedom a lot.
You need a rock. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk. Yeah, I do. Hey, I don't know what that would look like.
2020.
It's your birthday! Cameron up.
Yeah. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, or maybe good lies. But the same enemies, man. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies. Yeah, and I ask a couple questions, please. Why the people with all of the money freaking out? Why the stadiums got tents and no more bleachers now? Had the teachers not paid enough, gonna teach them that. Oh wait, I'm freaking out. Maybe I should grab a drink, go eating that. See, I'm feeling fine. Come my grandma told you all the news is lies. Blame it on the orange guy, right? The problem with invisible, any premise to disprove or conclude is still visual. I keep it simple, bro. Anything is seen, as many things are known. You can't explain the tree, you can't explain the snow. If you ain't know the seed, then you ain't know the code. What I know is I don't, and if I don't, you don't. And if you sick, I'm sick. Fuck your selfish shit. Yeah, they're poor and rich, but same depth of 6. They gon' bury us the same. Only real question is about myself or in the mass grave. I'm just saying. I think a lot of things have changed. That's what happens when it's different, but it look the same. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, hear my goodbye to the good times, or maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies. Y'all, can you wake the fuck up? This ain't a conspiracy, man, this ain't about Trump. Who framed who and made this a cover up? They planted the 201, the Pope was raping the nuns, so they thought they'd make a virus and let it out in Wuhan. Or maybe this is a plot to get oil out of Iran and plant people with the chip, Jerusalem, Palestine. Then maybe Jesus will come, or maybe my freedom's gone. Nah, my bad, I ain't trying to be wrong. It's just hard to say true when they get paid for the views. PPC, CPNs, how they evaluate news. That's what incentives will do. Ask that senator though. Well, fuck it, I sounded petty. I should just be getting ready. Did push-ups, this shit ain't heavy. I'm patient, my aim is steady. A small mistake turn to deadly. Don't lose your life over petty. We tried divided already. Define life in terms of pennies. We done. We done. I hope you know we stronger as one. I hope this ain't the end of the run. Welcome to the war with no guns. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies.
You can say the right words. We will not trust them. Amen. Bro, I don't know, man. It's called How to Find 1000% Options. I think you should hit up YouTube and tell them to fix the algo. Because yesterday I needed a video of mine. Because I wanted to see the date that I bought Roblox or the date that I made the video. And I searched the trading fraternity by Roblox. Because that's what I did. It was a big video. I said I bought $50,000 at $40 or something, 50, 60, I don't even know, 45. But then I couldn't find the video. I had to like look for my own video, and it is just simple. And then I finally found it after it showed me all sorts of dumb shit ahead of it and random nonsense that was not related. You feel that video is different from the way you do options. That's why you're never gonna learn it, brother, because that's exactly what I do. I just do it in my head really, really fast because I've done it for more than half of the time I've been alive in this planet. So you just gotta be able to, and again, I'm looking at things very, very consistently. That's why yesterday's data set was a little example, but then now you gotta go and calculate. And like I said, this is what I was explaining to all the people that worked at Morgan Stanley. They were asking me a week or two ago, trying to figure it out. And I just said, if the option is 20 cents and it goes $2 in the money, that's your 1,000%. And there you go. Figure out where the stock is gonna go. You know how to find 1,000%. That's what. And then if you disagree, I can't help you. I just know where some of them are gonna go, and that's it. If that's why some of them, I've been telling the guys. You heard it today. If it's not some of them, I use the word guarantee, but that's a terrible word in finance. But most of them have zero guarantee, but like you can have a better idea. But then some of them you don't. That's why that follow through in there. But yeah, you're calculating things in your head. You got to look at every option. That's how I could just do it very quickly and tell you look at the break even, look at the price. So like I'm saying, it's just all my shit is there. If you want, the problem I think is a lot of people have polluted your guys' minds, and then even YouTube makes it weird, and that's what I'm saying. It's just different. I think a lot of you are trying to, again, if unadulterated, you'll get it. But you start trying to mix in 5 different things. I mean, you're not asking me what I'm doing. You're doing something else. So that's why it's very difficult. And then there's many strategies in terms of, you have the speed ones, and then you have the ones like today has nothing to do with speed. But then again, the price and what's a good deal, you could have calculated that all day. So let's go, baby. I'm excited. I think it was a good first day, but either way, I didn't even give you the rant on balance control. That's the other part. So, because how can you scatter seeds oh man. But Chad, I gotta get going. I have to go to the gym. I have a lot to do today. I gotta travel back. I'll see what Mitch, where are you, Mitch? Mitch, are you here? Mitch! He can't hear me. I don't know if he's on the stream right now. Mitch, I'm gonna go. Me and Mitch are gonna hang. I gotta go though, Mitch, but you gotta come up. Mitch, you could come say hi on stream, Mitch, or I'll turn it off I don't know if he's there. But Chatadonia, God bless you. God bless America. Have a good day. I will see you on the watch list, but it really depends on when I get back home. They love it. Just got done. Oh, the farm people. Oh, they were here? No way. You were showing this bitch while I was in here just fucking around, just yelling at the Chad. Good, beautiful things for their earlobes that will hit their mind and turn them to greatness. Is that what you were doing? No way. Mitch! He's Howard! Mitch! I'm yelling. I just ran around yelling Mitch. I literally walked on top of the mountain and yelled out Mitch. Nobody heard me. I didn't know, so I don't know if people are here right now. I said, no fucking way, bro. You showing shit. You got to tell me I'm a liability, bro. That's why they lock me in a room. You haven't realized? I'll hella go out. I'll say, what's up, bro? You should see what I'm wearing right now. Mitch, I'm wearing a fucking, you've seen the shirt. I'm wearing like a fucking button down, like silk, snake skin, weird shirt. I don't know. I'm feeling business professional. And then I'm wearing sweatpants. So I look, and then I got I look in bad shit right now. So good thing. And then I was just screaming out Mitch. No one heard me. That's why I have a gun. But either way, Chad. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Mitch. We'll see where this all leads us. But I hope I'll see you on the watch list. If worst case, I'll hit you on that mobile. But yeah, those couple plays we went over today, I don't think anything is gonna really change. I think the Oracle stuff might hit us down the line. And then, yeah, baby, get ready for it. The cult sister? I don't want to call her, dude. I did the other day to talk her out of it, but you didn't hear it. Right when she was like, oh, that was just ADD. I don't even think she's serious. And I don't know. She's just annoying, bro. And her energy is so heavy. It just, everybody like her is just like, I love them, but I'm just like, it's just so, it's so distracting. That's why I'm like, I care about her future. I care about her well-being. I don't think it's at risk anymore based off of her. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's how I'm like, all right, bro. So I don't know. I'm just more, I'm gonna do my thing, bro. May she be blessed. But you tell me when you want your money. That's fine with me. You guys, either or, family or not. You need the redemption, go take your cash, lady. Other than that, I think we should all plan for the future and be blessed. Yeah, bro. That's it, bro. I love it. You gotta be blessed. So, Chad, God bless you all. Thank you for your time. Fed Moran again? Oh, man, but enjoy your day. We're gonna try for a watch list tonight, but no guarantee. We usually should, but again, I've been on the go today. That's why. And then I still have to go home, dude. Today was unexpected. I wanted to avoid losing power today so that you guys all, member, no member, I didn't want you to have to go hours without it. So we might have to pay for that on the back end of the watch list tonight. But thankfully, not much happened, I think. And then again, that play, the WWR and the EU, those are my 2 out of the 1,400. I still think there's other opportunities. You know that? I definitely missed some probably, and the criteria expands. So, I think that data set, and even just asking you all the question now, which one do you think is next? That might even give you a lot of info. So we'll see where it leads, but I don't think anything too crazy from here. Thank you for your time, and Chad, finger to the sky. And I hope you point the finger back inside, because the power is in you, brother. Do you understand? And I hope you know heaven is where you're going to go when you die. Some of you. And there is paradise and hope and a lot of things. But it's also right now. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but they need to. It's right now as well. I know. I've been told it's a simulation. I've been told it's the devil. I've told it's the dark ages. They've told us a lot of things about this timeline, this whatever. But what if I told you it's heaven right now as well? I wouldn't say it's on the earth, but I'd say it's inside of all of the children of the light. So it's not a place you're going. It's also a place that you're bringing. Don't ever forget that. All right? It's a place that you're going, and it's also the place that you're bringing with you everywhere. Finger to the sky, to God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Chatadonia. Be blessed. I'll tweet or something if I see you tonight. We'll figure it out, dog. God is with us. Amen. 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 Woo! Jesus. Praise God. Amen. Amen. It's a cult, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays
plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you've been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib, but for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want that to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now, Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting.